In this video, we're just going to deal with whenever you feel like you're just being pulled into some BS. Like constantly, no matter what you do, whatever, you're always constantly into some BS. Now, you may never experience that, but you won't experience this type of opposition if you're not really doing righteousness. That's the bottom line. The reason why a righteous person is going to always see some type of opposition because he got negative forces trying to stop him. Because say a guy like me, all I do is ministry. So I'm always waking somebody up one way or another, or even making them think. They might not like the way I say something, but it's still making them think. So I'm always in my grind as far as the spiritual grind, waking people up. So you're going to have an intense opposition in all these areas. And usually none of it got nothing to do with you. Usually it's always some other people's bull or something like that. So with this video, we're going to talk about, I'm going to give you examples. I'm going to be very honest about a few things. And you got to know who can get cut off, who not to get cut off. And like I said, you just got to know also what to do. Because sometimes you could actually be, like I said, I was recently called over to somebody's yard. Now, well, 2 times in the last 2 weeks. But all that is to start provocation. It's setting you up. See, you're going over as a good neighbor, and that could blow up on you. False accusations, all kind of crazy stuff. One neighbor, I used to always take their cans up. Like after the garbage got dumped, I'd be a good neighbor and take their cans up. What that neighbor did to me was they had to get rid of some heavy junk that you call bulk garbage that you're not supposed to throw out on a food day. It's food garbage day, and you got a day for bulk. Well, they took all that bulk garbage and threw it in our food cans. But fortunately, I found out what they did and put all that stuff back on it. I didn't throw it. I put it back on at their curb, because it's got to be in a can. And I guess they ran out of barrel space or something. They thought they was gonna throw it in ours. But you don't throw your stuff in ours because we would get the ticket or whatever. So like today, I came down and something the township left something I'm gonna talk about. So you're dealing with a whole lot of stuff, and when you're dealing with people who say they love God, but their actions don't show it, you could be setting yourself up. And then you got thugs out here that they don't know what they believe. So you trying to be a good neighbor, it could just blow up in your face. So that's why you gotta weigh your pros and cons and how to handle situations, because you don't want to be in a situation where you trying to be a good guy, but you still gonna have a reputation of being, oh, he's crazy, I was scared. Because they say that all the time. That's why a lot of black people get shot. Oh, I was scared. And that's an okay thing. Oh, you can't blame her, Your Honor. She was scared, even if the black guy wasn't doing nothing. So that's a fact. So on here we're gonna deal with facts. So if you down with facts, you won't have a problem with this video. If you are a righteous person and you're just thinking how to view wickedness coming against you, you won't have a problem with this video. If you realize there's shit going on in your life and maybe you need to cut off some people, it might be even people close to you. Maybe you have to limit your association with these people. Whatever you need to do. And sometimes, like I said, once you let somebody specifically know, like just so you know, I met with this person again and they want to argue. But that's always been a problem. That's why I don't be around these people too much. Now I'm talking about their health and them not eating and they still trying to turn it into an argument. So that's these people got spirits in them. I don't care who they are. They got spirits in them, and they not going to humble themselves, because you only want them spirits out of you when you confess it, ask God to help you. That's why Jesus said to pray for deliverance, and that's why the next thing he said, temptation. See, that's inside of yourself. Temptation is inside of you. You got to be praying for your own deliverance. So if you don't believe that, then somebody trying to help you, you're going to come back with that same arrogant thing. But if you always getting closer and closer to getting carried out by the EMTs, then you're the one with the problem. So you need to be quiet, because you obviously don't have control of what you're talking about, because you don't want getting carried out. So we can't keep playing these games. And when you could say personal prayers for yourself. If you know people, you can ask for them to pray for you. But it does come a time when people show you that I don't care, I'm going to do what I want, and I don't care if I'm inconveniencing you, and blah, blah, blah. And the reason why I say it's an inconvenience, because it's something they don't have to do, because you could eat. Or you could just get better health for yourself, because there's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you other than you not doing what you're supposed to. Now, as far as catching the flu, well, everybody catches the flu. You catch the flu, take care of yourself, you heal, and move on with your life. But if every time you turn it around, there's always something wrong with you, it's nothing wrong with you. Especially if 5 or 6 doctors have said there's nothing wrong with you. You understand? So that's the case here. So despite what people may say about you, you got to do what's best in the circumstance. And there's nothing wrong with you doing what's best for yourself. Nothing at all. Don't let them play no guilt trip on you. Nothing. If somebody don't want to eat, and they know they don't want to eat, and they keep doing it anyway, and they end up something bad happen to them, you can't make them eat. You can't grab the person and make them eat. And like I said, even talking to the person, they could turn it up, start arguing, and you're going to be the bad guy. Because if any cops show up, it's going to be your problem. See, that's the person's problem trying to make it your problem. It's a very wicked world. And I can tell you, I've been here for decades seeing this. So it's not like I'm speculating or blowing nothing up. But you got to really think wisely. Now, once you have spoken to somebody, if they still ain't want to listen to nothing like that, don't worry about it. And whatever happened after that, that's between them, whoever, the hospital, whoever coming to get them, and this and that. And God watch, God saw everything, and God don't know. God don't know. You did all you could. That's all. You did all you could. Ain't nothing else you could do. Because I'm not, like, when I'm at funerals crying for people that went to graves early, I'm not crying for you. If you did stupid shit that caused yourself to die early, then don't expect me to cry. I might cry later on, like months after that, but I'm not crying at that funeral because you're a fool. You put yourself in that coffin. And like I said, when I say it ain't nothing wrong with you, that means it's a situation you need to do, like eat and shit like that you ain't doing. Or maybe you need to take care of yourself a little bit better instead of running out the door all the time worrying about everybody else's problem. But something has to break because, like I said, I'm not going to keep on being interrupted because you don't take care of yourself. Now, if it was something else, I'd be a little bit more understanding. But something like that, you just want to do it. I'm already doing all the cleaning. I'm already doing everything. You understand? So no more. You got to stop with that pass-offs and shit. I was talking to somebody today, and I called, I knew their name, and they know my name. This was through an email, but when they wrote me back, they basically just said, like, hi. They didn't say my name. So first I said, well, that's the first thing I said. I said, my name is Gary. Like, just be professional. Why? Because these people are people, they're going to be paying you. So that's the first thing. Well, let's get that straight. First off, I say your name, you know my name. My name's not hi. My name is Gary. Second off, once I saw that I was not going to meet their requirements, then I didn't care. I delete, like the part I said, my name is Gary, I just took it out of the whole context. I just responded, said thank you, and kept it moving. But anywhere where I'm dealing with anybody I need to see, you got to make that perfectly clear. Because I got people that know me for forever, still trying to put me into some category I don't belong in. And these are supposed to be women of God, and they're trying to put me into some category I've known them people since I was a little kid. Never done anything to them people. So the devil gets inside people's head, and sometimes you have to give them a reality check if you can. And sometimes you just have to ignore them and move on with your life. Just forget they exist because they're idiots. So it's a way to deal with it so that you don't go crazy or you don't overreact, because they're going to wait for you to overreact. Then they can say angry black man, and that's just another reason to blow your brains out. Even though you have every right to be. It's upset, not angry. Upset is a different thing. So, but that's how it is on this planet. So the purpose of this video is not just a black man video, because a lot of people suffer from any form of unrighteousness. Or I know people that say that. It seems like everywhere I go, some shit pop off that don't got nothing to do with me. So this is that type of video, give you advice. As far as people that really want to serve God, unfortunately, people around you, they may say it with their mouth, but they really don't. And you could tell by the way they respond and how they act and stuff like that. Because if they was really trying to serve God, it would be peace. They'd be trying to, listen, peace. It wouldn't be an argument. Oh, I'm going to do what I want to, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm going to do what I want. Even though you're falling out and all kind of crazy shit, and you inconveniencing other people. But they don't care because that's that vanity. See, that goes back to the Garden of Eden. It's that vanity where you don't care what nobody say. You want to do what you want to. And so when a person starts saying no, then you feel like, oh, you saying no about that. I'm going to say no about this. Yeah, but the difference between me is my no is real. Your no is based on some silly shit because you should eat. I don't care what the situation. You can still eat. Even if you eat and throw up, you can still eat. So that's the difference. But when you're dealing with that low-level mentality, it's going to be a beef no matter what you do. So it do come a time when you put your foot down. Like I always say, put your foot down, put your trust in God, and move forward. So that was the intro to this video. I'm out. If you were to take the edge of a sword, and just the tip of it, and just poke it in so it would just go deep and deeper, that's how good, if it's a real sword. Like that tip of that sword could almost do almost as much damage than the sides of it. And in the Bible, like somebody like Joab, he always used that tip of the sword because Joab knew how to kill you. I said, what is this going to be about, murder? No, this is going to be a real good video, but this is where we going. I'm just letting you know how the spirit is going in this video. Now, I've come to accept a few things, which I'm going to be talking about in this video. But if you hear this video and are able to make it to the end, God bless you. But I can't be talking to grown adults that is on a level of little-ass kids. That's just not how I get down. And the way God trained me, he ain't trained me on no fuddy-duddy silly shit. It is what it is. And if you think you judging, you can't judge me, especially if you're one of them phony-ass Christians that is still in You going by what the Europeans taught you about the Bible. That's not us. See, God has allowed us now to be spitted out of that great fish that was Christianity. See, we Jonas. That's why Jesus was always calling Peter Jonas, son of Jonas. See, we getting to be spit out. We're over the 400 years of captivity. Some of y'all don't even know about that. Some of these so-called Christians, that's what I'm talking to. So they never going to understand me because they on some fake-ass self-hate, love a white man more than you love yourself type shit. So that's why we just can't do it. So where I'm at now, I'm being taught by God. See, when God teach you, you learn to listen to God, and it's going to be a challenge. Because this whole world, they told you, is in the power of the devil. The Bible tells you that. So you can't get past that. So sometimes you could be 100% right, but everybody around you telling you you're wrong. If you was Joseph, his whole family, from his father to everybody that was alive at that time, because I think even his mother was alive at that time. And when he told them what God said about him, they all kind of like got offended. So in other words, they wasn't trying to hear what God had to say. And it's like that today. But unfortunately, if you walk with God, God's going to make you hard, and you're going to deliver the message regardless. See, it don't matter if only 2 people hear it. If only one, whoever hear it, especially those who make it to the end, because you're going to have the people that start listening, and if it don't affect them or something, they're not going to peer it out like that sword I'm talking about, that edge of that sword. Because we were just studying what the edge of the sword means, and now God has taken it to a whole nother level. So, y'all, the reason why I'm going to say it this way, because y'all have to understand. See, it's hard when you tell the truth, because then people get offended. I used to do TV, and I remember one time I was getting ready to start filming, and I had a couple of people in the room, a couple of dudes. So this female, I used to be real cool with this female. She is in a foreign country though, but me and her was real cool. And so I was asking them to do something, because I wanted to put her picture on a show. And the dudes, they was typical niggas. They wouldn't help me and shit. None of them would help me. It was 3 niggas. These are thugs. None of them niggas would help me until the camera came on. And I said, I was talking to the people that would see the show. I said, yo, I want to show you a picture of my friend overseas. But these dudes won't hold it. Because I'm holding the camera. I'm doing all kind of shit. And these niggas won't help. But it's like that a lot of times. Just like ain't nobody help Joseph. It's like that a lot of times. If you don't know who Joseph is, I'm talking about the Bible. So as soon as that camera came on, now them same niggas that ain't give a fuck about me, now all of a sudden all of them acting like they want to hold the picture and help me now, because now they know everybody going to see what they really about. Now these are thugs. Why do they care? You understand? Why would they care with another person? But that's how phony people are, bro. And that's wherever you go. And like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. So my point is just to teach. Because I feel like whoever needs to hear it will hear it. Because most people going to run from it because they're not going to benefit from it. A stupid, silly shit. Or I'm not out here lying or acting like a motherfucking idiot. Like that dude, Young Furl, he got exposed again. Prince Porto exposed him. All these dudes is agents, faking all this thug shit they ain't never did. Lying on people, dry snitching, outright snitching, giving people's addresses over the internet. All kind of punk shit. Just everything is like nothing G about them. But yet all these fake-ass phony frauds will run to that anyway. And give up finances. But won't support a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, seeing all that, it matures your viewpoint. Or just people in general, especially out here on, I call it Looney Tubes. Because these are some fake-ass, phony, corny-ass people who act like they something that they not. They more happy and acting like they something that they not. So that's why I said sometimes you got to call a person a devil or a demon as it is and leave it alone. You just got to do what God tell you to do. And if you were standing with God, you got nothing to worry about, no matter what they try to do. As long as you stand with God. But what happens sometimes, people start to shake. They become scared of these lying-ass devils when they should keep fearing God more, no matter what these devils talking about. And when they do stand with God, at some point, he will come in. He will liberate them. But most people ain't going to make it to them because they're going to start fearing what people say and all this other bullshit. So again, the purpose of this video is not to put nobody on blast, but it is to tell the truth. And it's another reason why a person walking in wisdom has to take steps that they normally wouldn't need to take. And most people, even people, there might be some people that listen all the way to the end, and they still might not get it. Because sometimes people, if they don't go through it, they just don't understand. It has to happen to them personally, or to their daughter, or somebody they care about. Then all of a sudden they understand 150%. But when it's happening to somebody else, they don't. But the purpose of the video is to teach. That's why I said, and you're going to have a whole bunch of dumb people that should have listened to somebody like me and didn't. And then they're going to go through the situation that they could have avoided had they just listened. I got friends out here like that now. And ever since I was little, I've always gotten somebody sending me messages or calling me, oh, I should have listened to you, or blah, blah, blah. Because inside they know everything I'm saying is true. Because your insides and everything, that's really higher than third dimension. That's why people want to get high. And if you notice people, they get drunk or something, they start talking about the truth. But as long as they sober, they stay in this fucking punk ass third dimensional matrix. So it is what it is. So I don't want nobody thinking I'm going in on nobody. Now, people, if they've ever heard me when I first came out, I was on another channel. I used to just tell it like it was. I didn't care if I was going in or not. I could care less. So that's not my intent. But my intent, if you read Hebrews chapter 4, verse 11 and 12, it talks about that sword going in with intentions. Because you got people that got spirits in them. See, that's why I'm trying to say this is people that don't know the Bible. Because the prophets that were sent by God, a lot of times they was yelling. They was cursing and everything. Why? Because the people wasn't listening. So, but if I didn't know no better, if I was walking up the street, I would think the people in the city was good people. Oh, look, they're in the city. They're doing their jobs. They're not bothering nobody. But look at this idiot out here yelling and rolling over in his own feces and shit. All this shit is in your Bible if you ever read it. So how is a man of God out rolling one side of the feces for 40 and then rolling over on the other side of the feces and yelling and screaming and cursing? You would think he was out of his fucking mind. But that's the person God used. There were times when Jesus started yelling. A few times he just started yelling at the people, or at the religious leaders, or at the city of Jerusalem. Just like Jeremiah did it too. So that's why I say you got to get the Spirit of God if you call him. That's why I can't do this no more. I tell God that all the time. I can't do this fake shit no more. Because how these people going to hold your Bible in their hands and lying through their fucking teeth? How these people going to be saying Jesus out their mouth but lying through their fucking teeth? I remember an evangelist that came out, because I don't want to divert. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. But that evangelist had so many views, and you could tell that person was filled with the Holy Spirit. But then you saw them women take her. So she's on a website now. I don't know if y'all know it, but I found it. But she got a new one. She's at this church. And I actually called the church. I said, listen. I said, it's thousands of people who've been waiting for her to come back on YouTube. You got to change that title. Because all they did was put her name in the title. And I even told them what to put. So if they listen to me, I guarantee that if you put that, those views are going to go from, it wasn't even 100 views when I seen it. But if they put the title on like I tell them to, I guarantee that shit's going into the thousands. But you know, sometimes people listen to you, sometimes people don't listen to you. And ain't nothing I can do about that. Because they be worrying or thinking, well, who's he? What does he know? Instead of just doing what I say, they looking at me. And that's why I said people fail out here. Because you get excellent advice from the Most High God, but you too busy looking at me instead of looking at God. So you keep on doing the same stupid shit that got you searching on the internet for answers in the first place, when you just got your answers. But this is the silly shit that we call humans. So anyway, so when she spoke, the first thing she did inside of the church from the podium is to tell you about her books and all that. And first she said, oh, the books about ministry, but then she made sure she said entrepreneurs. So that means they got her to compromise. And she used to start off talking about her promise ring she had on, a promise she made with God, and she was going to stay single and everything until God got her husband. Then she used to have ministry for the younger women, how to conduct yourself as a woman. She ain't say none of that shit. She sounded like a typical televangelist. She came out, made sure she said her book. And remember, Jesus Christ said, don't be selling inside the sanctuary. Don't be trying to sell and market inside the sanctuary. That's why he was beating people with whips. So now what she did, they took her from really a Holy Spirit-filled female to now she's just like them, a freaking using the name of Jesus to make a good career and all that stuff. Not that I'm going to say there's nothing wrong with that, but I know for a fact you ain't supposed to be selling your merchandise inside the church. Not even speaking about it. I mean, even if you do this, I'll let this slide, but I'm not God. But even if you do this, you're pushing it. I know I got to see you outside. I hear something outside. I'll be right back. Even if you say, all right, I have a new book here. I just want to let everybody know. But it's outside the it's outside the church, outside the sanctuary. It's out there for further, whatever. Because even that's pushing it. And when you start to say, oh, this book is about a man. Because first she talking about ministry, then she said entrepreneurial. Okay, but wait a minute. The two don't go together. Hold up. Not inside the church. See, this video ain't about what these people do to make their money. I could care less. I'm not getting none of it. That's none of my business. But I know what the scripture said about don't sell it inside the church. So don't say the book about ministry, but then you slip an entrepreneurial so that you also telling business people. Okay, so then handle that outside the church, not in the sanctuary. So here was a beautiful woman of God, and now she's been, she didn't talk about, she don't got the ring on no more. She ain't say nothing about chastity. None that she used to start off all her talks like that. See, I see Satan every day. That's why I said I just have low patience for people that just want to stay on stupid. You want to stay on stupid high speed, but it's people like me that be fighting all the fuck. We can barely make a motherfucking move. You understand? Because when you really with God, that's what you're going to see. That's why I said, I made that Bible challenge. I ain't had one person take it yet. Because what they want to do, I read my Bible, yeah, under your convenience. I see somebody open up the Bible all the time and read it, faithful, and then close it, and then do what the fuck they want after that. So what good was that? What good was that? The Bible's supposed to be moving you and changing you. Like when you start to see people that really don't care, God come first no matter what, that's what he's really looking for. But don't get me wrong, he understands people are not going to be that brave. But that's what he's looking for. Just like when Peter got out, Peter took that step and was walking on water. That's what God wanted to see. But when Peter sank, Jesus was right there to save him. But then he said, oh, ye little faith, why did you doubt? So that's what I teach. And I just can't do it no other way. Because it's the way God taught me to teach. But I know I'm a man of God. I know I'm Holy Ghost filled. I don't give a fuck what nobody else talking about. Because this is some punk ass shit. And they know it. And that's the sad part. They know it. Just like when they knew they was killing Jesus, they knew what they was doing. This was a conspiracy to commit murder. And they knew it. Everything the law said, they broke. The law said you can't falsely accuse. If you falsely accuse, you should be put to death. They did it anyway. If you have any false witnesses, they should be put to death. They did it anyway. These was people that knew the law, walking around the city, making other people feel inferior to them. And they was more corrupt than anybody. And it's the same shit you see today. So before I start this, because like I said, the human nature is going to make you think I'm just mad and just getting at somebody. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to expel a demon and tell them, expose them. And so whoever see it, to wise people up, hopefully. When you pray the Lord's Prayer, you say, and deliver us from evil. And lead us not into temptation. So it's not just telling you, oh, deliver me from evil. He's talking about the evil inside yourself. That's why it says, and lead us not into temptation. In other words, something internal. So when you ask for deliverance from evil, that's internal and external. But you should take it a step further and actually say that. I mean, when you're saying your own prayers, you don't have to add to the Lord's Prayer. But when you're saying your own prayers, Lord, if there's anything in me that's not like you. Take it out. See, that's asking God for deliverance. Because these things are important to do. Because otherwise, you're going to stay having spirits influencing you, and you're going to bring that to somebody else. Whether you selling sex or whatever the fuck you doing, but you're doing things that are ungodly. And you're justifying it. That's how you know somebody's under demonic influence. Why say I'm sexy, I want to be sexy and all that shit? Well, then you saying you selling sex. And you know that's wrong, but yet you call yourself a woman of God. That's like me standing on a corner going, lemonade, lemonade, lemonade. And somebody pull up and say, how much is the lemonade? Or they say, I'll get a drink of lemonade. What you talking about? Yeah, lemonade, your sign. You saying lemonade. Ain't no lemonade over here, man. So that's demonic all the way. First you add you sexy, sexy, sexy. Then somebody takes you up on your offer. And now you want to claim, oh, this happened to me. I'm being harassed. So this is state demonic any way you look at it. And then if you tell the truth, then they come after your ass. So that's called religious persecution, really. See, the devil's a liar. But he's so smart, all these people, like I said. All you got to do is watch that female. I remember when her sermons used to be fire. Holy Spirit fire. Now it's just a typical ass sermon. It's a dude up the church. He used to do his sermons the same way. You come out, you talk a little bit, then at the end of it, you start doing all kind of stupid, silly shit. How is that motivating anybody if it's the same shit you do all the time? And then they out. But they made sure they tell you how you can get their products and shit like that. That's marketing. That ain't got nothing to do with no spiritual harvesting. So, again, when you stand in front of a whole lot of people and say you made a promise to God in a promise ring, but now the promise ring is off your finger, you ain't even talking about it no more. And you didn't even follow up. That's like me coming out here and telling you, making your promise to y'all in front of y'all and saying, oh, blah, 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 blah. Because Jesus said, don't blow your horn in front of the people. If you do something, like if you're going to make a promise like that, you owe it to the people. Like if you're going to come out and make a promise like that before the people, you owe it to the people to find out what the heck happened. Where's the ring at? Or some type of apology. Even if you said, listen, I put this ring on in front of everybody and now I feel it's too hard. It's too hard to, I apologize. Blah, blah. But at least you made some type of humble thing, but just don't talk about it. It's almost like if you believe in that conspiracy shit, it's like they took the real spiritual female and gave you a clone and shit. Because that's all she did. And again, not me getting in her. I'm trying to wake people up. But it's like they don't want to be woke up. Just keep on being lied to by the devil. So anyway, the situation rose up. And how I would like to show you, I would like to show you how it went down. But I'm just trying to figure out a way to get the information out. To teach, as opposed to you just think I'm out here blowing steam off or gossiping on somebody. That's not the point of this whole talk. This whole talk is about demon influence people. So, two of the biggest devils I know locally, and if y'all been listening, it's been problems from the same sources. Same sources. One fool got the water running in the yard. And I know how it is when you got kids. Kids might have turned on the hose. But why it gotta happen when I go out there? No, because it keep happening, nigga. It's not like me just making it up. This ain't just no meism. These are all setups. Everything I'm telling you is a motherfucking setup. This shit been going on all the time. The purpose of this video is to try to expose it to people that can listen and hear it. Because then you'll know what to do about it when it happens your way. For anybody else, they wasn't going to listen anyway. Unless I'm out here talking like I'm talking to a three-year-old kid. And on some silly shit, a marketing shit. Like you got a 9-year-old little girl out here, and she's just milking YouTube. And she even came out and told everybody, because they were trying to kick her off or something. They was giving her videos. So she came out crying, talking about, oh, ain't none of this shit. She said, ain't none of this real. Why y'all bothering me, y'all haters? She said, we didn't have no money. I don't have no father. I'm making money. She was like, stop getting my videos deleted. This ain't real. And then she came back with another character talking about she trapping. She only 9 years old. See, I ain't mad at her for making money, but it's just funny that this little kid, 9 years old, but that's what you got to do. Come out here on some animalistic nigga shit, because that's what that is. When I say nigga, I just mean low level shit. Then she got a friend that's about 17. She out here lying too. But she's real smart. She's just acting out of character. But they got people out here believing that shit. And they making money off of it. But it's stupid. Like at the end of the day, it's stupid. But I ain't mad at them. I'm just saying how a lot of these people supporting them are grown ass adults. But that's where their mind is at. Somebody just sent me something today, some silly ass shit. And I looked at it. It is a little funny, but I ain't really into that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of grew up out of that. Some of the stuff on YouTube I'll look at real quick, I'll move. But I don't really be, I don't be with that. I don't be doing it. Like we used to have email stuff, but mostly everybody moved on and stuff. And it probably was for the better. So I don't really do that no more. So anyway, I go over these two devils' house because I want to make that perfect. But all this stuff, what I'm trying to tell you, all this shit is planned. Like for the one, like you can't walk nowhere. And I be picking it. I just be peeping the science. Cause the one lady, the one that threw all her stuff in my garbage can, thought she was gonna get away with it, but I busted her ass and put all that shit back on her yard. She had a lot of activity going, so I peeped that. Like first she had a truck out there. Then, the next day, another truck came, but it had nothing to do with her. But then that truck stopped there. And I'm saying, why did the truck stop right there and shit? But this is what I be trying to tell you. No matter where you at, it's going to be some shit. Like last night, I think it was, early in the morning, whatever it was. Right at, it's almost like 1 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, the same one that had all that water running, now she's going to start blasting the music like she used to. But it's almost like 1 o'clock in the morning. And okay, close your window. Why I gotta hear all your conversations and shit? And it'd be that way in the wintertime too. I could see if it was summertime, but they be doing that shit in the wintertime. So it don't stop. It don't stop. It go on and go on and go on. Like a fucking rap song. So then I was in there today. Cause it's still relatively early in the morning. And then somebody out there, a car right outside the window or whatever. Then they want to be like slamming the door. So I'm saying, all right, ain't nobody mad at you for why are you over there? But what's up with the door slamming and shit? So it's just stuff to just fuck with you. That's why when Melly Mel wrote that song, Broken Glass Everywhere, blah, 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 it's like that. But it's all really a mind game. It's to get you to a point where if you ain't careful, you'll blow up on somebody. And it's always to pull you into some shit that don't got nothing to do with you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So the two neighbors, they've been assholes. This is a long history with them. I can't give y'all a whole history, but they just assholes. Like I said, now I showed y'all a pastor out here. He's a pastor, and he said that on certain nights of the week they had nights where they would take people down in the basement and expel demons out of them. He said so a lot of the women in the church would be down there. And he said, now when they was up in church, he said they look one way. But he said down in that basement, he said they would be throwing chairs, foaming at the mouth, and doing all kind of crazy shit. Now, I ain't even mad at them. Because at least they went down there. Some people would have said, oh no, I don't want nobody in my business. See, my point is not trying to expose people. Because that would be childish on my point. The purpose of this video is to tell you what you can do and what it's about, but how you can handle it. Because what it's trying to do is break you. At what point do you realize that you got to come first? Because these motherfuckers obviously don't give a fuck. Because they wouldn't be doing the fucked up shit they do. that got nothing to do with you. Like right now, if I came to your garbage can and threw some shit in it, you'd want to fuck me up. You'd want to fucking call the police or take it out, beat my ass or whatever, shoot my ass. That's my point. This is what I'm trying to say for motherfuckers that can listen. None of this shit you hearing got a damn thing to do with me. None of it. And I'm the type of nigga to say, let's talk about it. But we ain't never going to talk about it. That's why when somebody lied on me and I unjustly got fired, the one thing the state wanted to know, did anybody ever meet with you to hear your side of what happened? I said, nah. And I told them why. I told them what my boss told me. And that's all they, like in that case, that's all they needed to hear. How the hell you going to fire somebody you didn't even hear what the fuck what happened? So I won that easy. That was like an easy win. So again, now, I was right. All that water running. And now she got all her grasses like weeds and shit. Like it's too high. But see, our grass just got cut. And just like I told y'all, our grass just got cut. And then we got an extra bill from the dude. Because he was already paid. But then we got an extra bill. But I told y'all. I said, all that water running, not only is her grass going to be real high, I said, but that shit's seeping into our grass. And it's going to be high. So it's funny how I said that. And I said the man that cut our grass going to charge us more money. Because it take longer to cut the grass. So we got a second bill. So it's funny how we got a second bill right after me saying that. Now people will try to argue that. But to me, that's just common sense. So it do have something to do with you. Just like that side of the house got to be the side of the house where the windows stay open all the time, even in the wintertime. And that's the one she got to be yelling and screaming. Singing and shit. And then I don't know if it's the same female or not, but one of them females they came and got her out of there in the ambulance and shit. But over there, they always got cops in front of that house all the fucking time. There's always something going on over there. So anyway, these two people, they just wicked. But I don't outgrow it. I really don't care. But they just hypocrites because they be smiling all in your face. But they just be starting shit for like no reason whatsoever. And my sister, like I said, my younger sister, she 3 years younger than me. She's already gonna beat that girl's ass to live over there. And we grew up with these people. But they just be assholes. Then they want to smile in their face because they act like they religious, but you fake ass phony fraud. Like I'm trying to tell you, anybody that's starting trouble for no reason, they got demons and they got some type of spirits. That's evil spirits and shit. And like I'm just a real dude. Like I'd rather not deal with your ass, cause I can't play that game. Cause like I said, dudes like me are in real spiritual warfare all the time. That's why I recently had to realize, hold up, I'm at the point I can't do this shit no more. I'm not trying to see no more motherfuckers coming my way that ain't helping me in no way, shape, or form, but think I'm gonna help them with some advice or some whatever they looking for. So I nip that in the bud as soon as I see it. Because I honestly don't have no more energy or nothing to deal with that shit. And plus, I already know what it is. More people, more demon-filled individuals. Because if they had any type of spirit on them, they wouldn't be selfish. See, that's one way you know if you're dealing with somebody who got the Holy Spirit. Because they kind of unselfish. They trying to help. They trying to do something positive. But there's only so much anybody can do. So, basically, so like I said, I didn't have to knock on the chick's door and say, hey, your water running. Because I was looking out for her too. But like I said, you're going to knock on the door and do it the right way. And then she's just going to look at you. You know what I'm saying? But I see this all the time, my nigga. It's not, I mean, not just with her, just in general. It's just shit to pull you into some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. So she look right at you. You tell her what it is. You even yell like, it's in the back. Then she don't even go out there. So the shit's still running. So what the fuck you do then? And that's when I start getting mad. You know what I'm saying? So let's say I hit the horn. Because I'm not going to go back over there. I was just over there, looked in her face. What would you have me do? Go knock on the door again? You got to be real careful nowadays. Because motherfuckers be getting shot and shit. You gotta go to the source. This is what I'm trying to say. This is a teaching video. You have to learn to go to the source. If the source is dirty, it's dirty. If the source is wicked, it's wicked. See, what they got you doing, they make you feel guilty for telling the truth. If a slut is a slut, it's a slut. If a snake is a snake, it's a snake. But if you say what it is, all of a sudden the whole world's going to break down on you. Because they don't give a fuck if you live or die. This is a demonic system, bro. And that's why I said for people to study, if you peep the knowledge, you would see it. But if somebody say it, you blame the person. So this is the stupid shit you dealing with. So again, it's all kind of shit going on. It's all kind of shit going on, which I'm going to try to explain, but I'm just trying to do this. But anyway, it led up to some other shit, where some shit came to me. That's the first and foremost. And the person that came to me, that's another person that's known for drama. Going through a whole lot of shit now. So some shit came to me. Now I want to address this because I know how people can talk shit. So I want to deal with it. But it's just that I wish I could just... See, I'm an honest person. I'm not with the dumb shit. But unfortunately, people's minds is programmed on some silly-ass, stupid shit. And they so weak, they can't break the program. So sometimes God send a person like me to smack motherfuckers around verbally to get it. That sword got to go in from the tip and go all the way down, just like Hebrews chapter 4, verse 11 and 12 tell you to. So, okay, so something comes to my attention. So here come the bullshit. Right? And then while I get this paperwork, this piece of paper, whatever, it's still paperwork though, because all this is representing records. Then I get hit with some other shit. So the same, almost as soon as I get this paper, I get hit with some other shit. And all this is other people's shit ain't got nothing to do with me. At all. At all, my nigga. You understand? But it's still trying to pull me into some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me. So I'm like, how am I going to handle all this? First off, the neighbors are responsible for some of this shit. Because that's their shit. And we've gone through this before. So that's why they didn't come to they wouldn't open up the door. See, but these are just telling you how crazy people are. I've known these people all my life. But this is how crazy the devil is and how crazy people are. And it's why you have to do things differently. Because this is why this video will help somebody if they listening. Because why put yourself into a situation is self-defeating. So like I got a dude named Chuck. I know Chuck all my life. Chuck wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for me. Now that nigga can talk all the shit he want now, but that nigga was close to being gay before I got that nigga taught him how to fight. That's when his whole world changed. And he went on to start his own business and it was all legal. He did real good for himself. Now, I listened to a dude on be doing interviews. Now, he been around a long time. One of your most famous rappers really owe it to this dude. Because it was that dude that went into the record companies and said, no, we want more money. No, we better get this. And he did whatever he did for his team. So he played the hard rock, scaring these people. And they didn't like him. But that's why that dude got as far as they got. So they finally went to his friend that was a rapper and said, hey, listen, we'll help you. We'll do whatever you say, just about. But you got to get rid of this dude. So the rapper just sold the dude out. I mean, there's certain ways you do things. Like when Howard Stern, they told Howard Stern, you got to get rid of Robin in the early days. And he did. He did get rid of Robin. But he also went and begged her to come back. He told her what he had to do. He said, Robin, we can't get the show off. I'll figure a way to get you back. And then he went to her. And he begged her to come back. She's like, no, you fired me. I'm never coming back and shit. And he got on, from what they say, he got on his fucking knees and did some weird shit. Like he took her shoe off or some shit. Some weird shit. Y'all got to see. But that's real shit. But that's a real motherfucker. Y'all don't know that Bruce Springsteen did the same thing. They said, Bruce, we like you, but you got to get rid of that nigga. I think his name was Clemens. Clarence Clemens, the horn player. Get rid of that nigga. And Bruce did it. But then he went back and got him back. So things is hard, but be a man about it. Be a woman about it. So he should have never just got rid of the dude like that. But the dude has a reputation for selling his people out. It's another dude that he used to sleep with. Because dude used to be homeless. And he got, somehow he said, he claims the dude ratted him out. But the dude saying I didn't rat him out. So we don't know what happened with that. So you got too many people saying this dude is a snake. Some people saying that he's not, but there's some dudes saying that he is. And then they said there's some paperwork proving he ratted some other people out. You understand? So this dude, they say he's brash, but he's loyal. That's the dude I be listening to. Because a lot of shit I know, he know. It's certain ways you, and that's what he say. If I help you and build you up, when you get built up, remember that. And see, Wu-Tang used to say the same thing. Oh, we always going to be around because we all got our own business, but we all helping each other. But then all that nigga shit start. And that's why everything crumble, because you forget those who helped you. So now you see this dude raising up again. But now he's smarter. That's why I say you got to move the way you got to move. But it's okay to go through it and learn from it. It's okay to go through stuff and get burned sometime if it's going to teach you not to do that no more. So that's all I'm trying to tell you. Some paperwork came my way that really ain't got shit to do with me. And it's already too much shit going on and really ain't got shit to do with me. And I want to address that too in this video. So I go over to their door. Like I said, it's always me trying to be a man, but you can't be a man. These motherfuckers is demons, nigga. Every last one of them. They snakes. And that's why you don't want to be in their churches. That's why you don't want nothing to do with these motherfuckers. All they do is lie. And if some shit pop off, they gonna get your ass. Nigga, I've been doing this for over 40 years. I know this shit. I knew this shit since the 80s. This is some dirty ass shit you on. Ain't nobody making this shit up. This is some dirty ass, filthy ass shit that you gotta act like it's okay, it's cool. And you gotta keep your mouth shut, especially if you're a black male. And not saying other people ain't suffering either, but especially because they can kill your ass and don't have to worry about it. And this is shit you better know. These are the real reasons why it's always something outside of your house and all kind of crazy shit. It was getting so bad almost every time I looked out the door, no matter whether it was early in the morning, in the afternoon, even one time like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 cop cars came up the street. And I'm saying, what the hell is going on in this neighborhood that almost every time I look out that door, it's a cop? If I'm at the back door, here comes some cops. If I'm at the front door, here comes some cops. Early. What the fuck is going on in this neighborhood? But it's a reason for that. And most of those cops are always on this street because of the next door neighbors. Same one leaving the fucking water running. So that's why I say. So let's say I'm not going to knock on her door again. I looked you in the face. I told you what it was and you just looking at me on some crazy shit. So I'm gonna go knock on your door again. You could get shot. Oh, I'm scared. That crazy looking dude just keeps coming. You know what I'm saying? Yes. If it was, because there used to be a lot of niggas over there. I ain't seen them in a minute. They probably all got locked up for them cops and shit. So I get my ass kicked trying to be a good Samaritan for some fucking niggas. And I'm going to keep it 100. And when I say that, I'm not using the shit racially. I used to hang out too. I'm just talking about people that just looking for some bullshit. That want to set up shop in front of your house. Why you got to set up shop in front of my house, my nigga? Your house is right there. Or your street is way up the street. Why don't you set up shop on your street? I'm not a thug. I'm not a gangster. I'm not repping no colors or nothing, nigga. Why you got to try to pull me into your bullshit, my nigga? Why don't you just go up there? So if you talk to this nigga like a man, he's not going to respond like a man. He's not going to say, yo, you right. I respect you as a man. You came and talked to me like a man. You could have just snitched on me. All right, good looking. He not going to say that. He going to say some nigga shit. And then I'm not scared, nigga. I used to be out there. But I'm through with that shit. Just get the fuck away from my house, my nigga. That's all I'm asking you to do. Now, the other night, I went out there looking for that nigga. Because I get like that sometimes. I went out there with the purpose. If he was out there, it was going to be on. Because all I know is I heard a man's voice. I said, don't no men be up around here. Who the fuck out in front of my house now? I went out there looking for that nigga. And I just seen him last night. He was a little up the street. He'd already got off my street by the time I seen him. But I ain't going to say nothing to him. But that night I would have. Because it was getting too dark. You're not going to be in front of my house when it get dark, my nigga. You don't live around here. I'm asking you nicely, legit. You pushing me into a situation I don't want to be in. And if you want to get heavy, then get heavy. Because I'm sick of this shit. Back up, nigga. Then, So you see this shit all the time, though. Motherfuckers all up in front of your house. And who the hell? We don't even know these people. Prostitute parking her car on the side of your house and shit. Because some other car come and pick her up and they go do their thing and he come back and drop her back off in that car. Nigga, I don't want my house being affiliated with what you doing and shit. But it's just funny how it is. Because if you say something, they act like you the problem. Like if I was the call. A long time ago, somebody had some vehicle in front of our vehicle. We didn't know who it was, so we finally called. And that cop said to me, he said, they could park wherever they want to. Oh, yeah, but let me go in a white person neighborhood and try that shit. I'm just going to leave my car in front of your house. And I'll park wherever I want to. And you see, I guarantee your shit getting towed, and you probably going to get some type of ticket and shit. Because that's their legal way of telling you niggas stay out this neighborhood. But when it's in your hood, and if it's you, they don't give a fuck. So this shit go on all the time, bro. So no matter what you do, it's going to be some type of shit. And I already told you why. So like I said, so when I went over there, again, because the paperwork's given to me. And again, it had nothing to do with me. So when I went over to the neighbor's house, the demon twins, I call them. So they won't open the door. They both in there. But they won't open the door because they thinking, oh, he's going to spaz. He might be spazzing out on us. Because one time I did spaz out, but this is the reason why I spazzed out a long time ago. First off, my health ain't the best health. But this is why I got mad. They had this big pile of debris, which they see because she parks her car right there. So she saw this big pile of debris. Now it rained or something, and all that shit came down on our side and blocked our driveway and everything. And the reason why I was mad was, listen, if you come out to your car and that debris has moved, you can see it because it's right in front of your car. So you can't act like you didn't see it. So that's why I was mad. I was like, man, what the fuck? And they was always doing silly shit anyway. Just like a lot of these broads, they like to just play mind games, try to play mind games on a nigga. So they should do shit like that. But I got over that shit. Just silly shit. All right, like sometimes let me put you in my situation. Like now keep in mind, these people knew me since I was little. I never had a problem with these people. It's just I don't feel like going that far back, man. It's just stupid. We was all witnesses one time. I don't got nothing to do with Jehovah's Witnesses. And this punk ass elder came through. I know him forever. He's always been lying on people, getting people in trouble. He's always been an asshole since the 1980s. So he ran up on me again, trying to talk heavy. And he don't know, like, on my word, I could have punched that nigga in his face just for the shit he did in the 1980s. He actually grabbed me. I don't let nobody touch me. Nigga, I'm just trying to say, I'm not looking for no beef, though. I'm trying to grow the fuck up, but you can't do that on this planet. And then when you defend yourself, they say you the tough guy. Oh, you think you're tough. Oh, you looking for... No, motherfucker, I'm saying back the fuck up. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is the devil is a liar. That's the point of the video. I'm sorry if you're hearing it a different way, but this is how I talk because it's real. I don't want to just be up here acting, giving a talk and shit. I'm looking for the people that really feeling it and can hear it. But I decided not to respond to him. So he's trying his best to intimidate me and talking crazy. Dude, I ain't seen a Kingdom Hall in probably over 20 years. Seriously, I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. That should be obvious. But you can't. He's ignorant. He always been. And it's sad. It's sad that after 30-something, because I knew this dude since the 80s. It's sad that after 30 years, you're still a motherfucking little bitch-ass, tattletale type of nigga. Because the shit you talking about don't make no scriptural sense. It don't make no type of sense. It's just you being an asshole like you was 30 years ago. So why would I waste my breath talking to your stupid ass? You say you going to get me disassociated? Well, then go ahead and do it. What the fuck? You in front of me. You in front of my property, nigga. If y'all knew how many times this dude, like he came over here one time. And I really wasn't here. And my mother told him he's not here. And he basically said my mother's a liar and shit. Like, he's always been an asshole. I put everything I know on that nigga. That nigga's an asshole. I should have knocked his ass out in the 80s. And the only reason why I didn't, because we in the fucking Kingdom Hall. This nigga accused me of some shit I didn't do and then grabbed me. He told me, stand right there. I said, bro, you know I got assignments to get to. Stand right there. Who the fuck is this nigga talking to? So then he kept talking to people. I said, well, while he's talking to people, I'll go to my assignment. And this motherfucker grabbed me. He should have died that day, my nigga. He better thank Jehovah that I didn't stomp that nigga out. It's another nigga that used to date, because I was like a nice dude. Like I always had a street mentality, don't get me wrong. But I was trying to do the right thing, you know. And they would just be fucking with me. Just out of some jealousy shit. Whenever you see a jealous man like that, again, those are demons. Those are spirits on niggas. Those are like feminine spirits and shit. Because what the fuck, you a man and you jealous of another man and shit. That's all that gay shit you be seeing in these churches. So after I realized, damn, man, I let these niggas play me out. But not because I'm a sucker. I was just trying to honor God and shit. But I saw one of them dudes somewhere. He was big too. And I ran up on that nigga. Because this was late on. This after I left and everything. But I felt like I had to get that nigga on some payback shit. Because sometimes, like I said, it was a movie with the dude from Ocean Grove that played Batman, that played the Joker. That actor. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But he was with Adam Sandler. And they did a movie. And one of them was a psychologist. I think he played the psychologist. And he told Adam, you got to go back to some of these people that you feel hurt you or disrespected you when you were young. You got to stand up for yourself. You got to go back. So I figured I had to take one of them. But it was at least 4 of them niggas that really was bullies and shit. But I saw one of the main ones. I just ran up on that nigga. He ain't do nothing. Because I was never scared. That's what I need y'all to understand. I be trying to grow up. But it's sad because it always got to be me taking the higher road. Sometimes you just want to punch somebody in the face. But then you're going to do jail time. See, they could punch you in the face. I guarantee they won't do no jail time. But if you punch, but that's because I'm a righteous man. And this is all motivated. And that's how the world really works, whether you know that or not. And if you don't believe it, I can't help you because I don't talk to, people that don't have good thinking. The purpose of this video, like I keep telling y'all, is this, for anybody that's going to hear what I'm saying. If you're a righteous person, expect what I'm telling you. Because that's what any righteous person in the Bible, from Joseph on down, they went through it. It's going to be false accusations. A woman could try to rape you, but you'll be the one doing jail time. This is just how it is. And no, you're never going to get used to it. If anybody's saying, well, you should be used to it then. If it's just how it is, you should be used to it after all those years. You'll never get used to it. It's bullshit. And be glad that you're strong enough to deal with it. So those 2 clowns didn't come to the door. But I don't, like I said, I don't care. So I just let the paperwork in the door. But I kind of made a joke. I said, yeah, they're always knocking on doors, putting a track in people's doors and shit. Now I'm going to put this paperwork in their door. Because really, their pile is the main pile. Because this is paperwork saying, listen, your debris has branches in it, so we ain't going to take it. Then they said it before, then they started taking it. But it's always been a problem. And I've told the dude before. One time I told a landscaper, and he was like, he said, it ain't my pile. He said, it's their pile. So I don't know why. So that time I actually told the other dude, which is none of my business. Because, you going up to people, you don't know how they're going to respond. And it's not that I'm scared of nobody, but why am I allowing myself to be pulled into it? So that's why I told that landscaper. Because I was going to wash my hands clear of all of this. Because it really don't got nothing to do with me at this time. Like, let me just, before I explain, because somebody might be saying, well, why ain't you do the landscaping? And I'm gonna answer that. That's a very good question. I'm gonna answer that question. But let me answer this first. A couple of things. See, when I was coming up and I was doing the landscaping, a certain person who I will be extensively talking about in this video, but a certain person will watch every move I made. In fact, the person was so wicked inclined that when I got done with everything, they would make sure they go out in any spot I missed, they'd be right there. Again, this is an attempt to mind fuck you. Now, if you know anything about astrology, that's called Imam Coeli. And that's why you see a lot of comedians talking about this person in their life. Because it's to play a mind fuck on you. But this is really metaphysical. It goes all the way back to space and the stars. And you can even read about it in 2 Corinthians chapter 12. When something is just going to fuck with you no matter what you do. See, a lot of stuff is metaphysical. But that doesn't make it right. And that doesn't mean you just sit there and take it like a sucker. You just got to learn how to deal with it. But you also don't blow up and all that. But you're dealing with crazy ass people. And that's all they do is start crazy ass shit. And like them two idiots that didn't come to the door right now. Now the reason why I'm not respecting them, because they don't respect me. I've never did nothing to these people. That's why my sister was gonna beat that chick's ass. I've never did nothing to them people. And if it was up to me, you know, I don't have to see them people care. Now you still care about them, because like the female, she ain't never been married. She's been home her whole fucking life, going well over 40 years. Never been married. And I feel sorry, because I wish she could have that happiness, if you want to call it that happiness of marriage. But she's never did. So I do care. But if you keep fucking with me, I'm like, fuck you. This dumb shit not coming to the door and all this simple shit. Because if they try to come up on me, and I remember a long time ago I told her this shit, because our township can be assholes. That's nothing new. I've gone back. I almost duked it out with them niggas on some shit. That's why I said if I really wanted to tell y'all the whole video, we'd be here for hours. Probably about 7 hours. And I would still just be getting started. But this is the devil. It don't stop. It's not me. I'm chilling, motherfucker. I'm a cool nigga. I don't be fucking with nobody. But I'm not going to keep letting motherfuckers disrespect me. Nobody. Never did. They better be glad I'm not younger, because I used to run up on motherfuckers single-handedly. Say, well, you sound stupid right now. Yeah, because you ain't listening. I'm always going to sound stupid. I'm always going to be guilty. No matter what. I'm always going to have to worry about getting shot in the fucking head. Probably for something that don't got shit to do with me. So if anybody talking about they scared to come to a door or whatever. Nigga, how long you known this nigga? That's just stupid. That's why my sister was going to beat their ass. You sound stupid. You see this motherfucker every day. You know that. We known each other. What are y'all doing? So these are demonized liars. Ain't nothing holy about them or the religion they talking about. Because I was a part of it. That's why I got the fuck out of it. These are some fake ass phony frauds. And I know. And I'm not saying that because I'm bitter. I'm saying that because I study. And I actually know how to. Like how Malcolm told you. Like I'm the Malcolm X of Jehovah's Witnesses and shit. I know the inside of the operation. Like Malcolm knew everything about the Nation of Islam. He knew what his shooters was. He knew everything. I'm that same nigga. When I devote myself to anything, it's way past 100%. And you can only give 100% anything. But that's some fake phony shit. So now if I see them again, hopefully they won't say nothing to me. But if I see them and they try to say some shit to me, I'm going to set that bitch straight. Like, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'm not going to be mean, but I'm going to say, first off, this ain't got nothing to do with me. Second off, that's why Kenny, your daughter, explained the situation. So don't come to me acting like you're going to set me straight, because we don't have to talk at all. To be frank with y'all don't have to say nothing to me. I'd feel better off, because all y'all do is start trouble anyway. And then that's really going to hurt them. Because see, motherfuckers then I make them like, they be real insecure and shit. If you knew how many motherfuckers start shit with me, and I hurt them, because I just tell the truth, because the truth hurt. Like I'm talking about, I've had dudes try to bully me and shit, and I just tell them niggas off and shit, because I get sick of the stupid shit. I'm talking about when I was little. I would just get sick of the stupid shit and just tell them the truth about themselves. And then they be all insecure and shit. Like, how the fuck one moment you all up in my face and then I tell you the truth about yourself and now you insecure and shit? That should be funny to me. Alright. So in my era of all that landscaping stuff, it was like that. But I noticed when everybody else does landscaping, they can miss leaves and all that, do it, and nobody says anything. The same person who used to ride my ass like a motherfucking drill sergeant, now all of a sudden it's okay. But I see this all the time. So now to answer that question, why didn't you do the landscaping? Well, let me take you all the way back to 1993. My first move when I first came back here was to say, okay, now that I'm back, I'll do landscaping. Because I was gone. I ain't live here. Then there was another dude, landscape. And that gets political too. But I won't talk too much about that. I should, but I'm not going to yet. There's another nigga I had to check his ass one day because he was on some stupid shit. I do have to explain. See, I do have to say that. He was trying to get with a certain person that lives here. So he was trying to be Mr. Nice Guy, you know, landscaping and cutting the hedges and all that. So it was some political shit going on. So I did offer. So the person didn't want me to do it for whatever reason. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather have a professional landscaper do it. But I offered. And I did go to him. And I said, okay, I'm back now. Boom, boom, boom. If you don't mind, I'll take over. They said to ask you. And he didn't want me to. At that time, he didn't want to. Because he was trying to get with this person that lives here. So it was real political. But what he did try to do was knock on the door and tell me to come outside. And he thought he was going to be telling me what to do. I said, hold up. Who this motherfucker think he talking to? I'm not no little ass kid. I'm a grown ass man. See, I'm real nice. Like, I'm real quiet and humble. It might not sound like this out here, but that's how I really am. And niggas make a mistake with that shit. Ain't no bitches over here. Brother, you not gonna knock on the door and direct me in my own yard like I'm a fucking little kid. You're not my father. Plus, I had a bad relationship with my father, so ain't no grown-ass man telling me shit. The fuck wrong with you? So I tried to wave my tongue, but he kept fucking with me. Always finding a reason to knock on the door, and I'm always busy. I'm not with this silly shit. So then one time he knocked on the door and said, get him some drinks. So it was him and 2 foreigners out there landscaping. So I got him the drinks. I set the shit on the table, whatever, because I'm cool like that. I'm a civil dude. If you come through, I would usually be the dude, get out refreshments and shit. I'm like I'm a cultured motherfucker, believe it or not. Like I know how to use coasters and shit. But people be laughing, like, oh, look at this nigga. Did that nigga just put a coaster down and shit? It's like y'all just be on a low level nigga frequency and shit. Everybody ain't on a nigga frequency, my nigga. So the other 2 dudes drink their drink, right? And he don't drink his drink. And they all leave. Like they across the street. But they all leave. So then I take his drink and bring it back in the crib. Why y'all all left? You asked for a drink, you ain't even drink it. Then this motherfucker came back to the door and knocked on the door and asked for that drink. Nigga, I looked at that motherfucker, I grabbed the drink and I think I gave it to him and slammed the fucking door in his fucking face. And he ain't talked to me for a long time after that, but I was about to fuck his ass up. But this is how the devil move, nigga. It don't got shit to do with me. That's why I'm saying, if y'all knew how many times my cases went before some type of court, I ain't never lose. So I'm saying, if I'm so guilty, how come the court ain't saying I'm guilty? This is some devil shit. It don't stop. So that's what happened. I did offer to say the landscape. The answer was no, no, no. And from her prerogative, I want a professional to do it too. But then he found out he wasn't going to have sex with... Hold up. So he found, once he found out he wasn't going to have no sex, he's trying to be slick. He's trying to seduce. Once he found out he ain't going to get no sex, now all of a sudden he told me, oh, it's my responsibility. But the bottom line was, I don't think we've had a lawnmower in this house in a long ass time or whatever. But I was still out there. I was doing the hedges. I was doing shit like that. I was doing that landscaping and shit. But that was her decision, to let y'all know. Otherwise, I would have been doing it then. But now, y'all got to understand, I got heart and shit. I got heart concerns now. So a lot of shit I couldn't even do now. Even anything I do, I got to be real careful. That's another reason why I told people, if you contacted me thinking I'm going to solve your problems and shit, but you ain't giving nothing back, of course that ain't going to happen and shit. That shit's silly to me. I would never do that. That's just some sleazy ass shit. That don't even make sense to me. And I used to do all that, like I said, early in the days. But even I said, I really deal with God. I really deal with archangels. Everything I say out here is real. And the archangels told me specifically, don't do that. Universal law is give and receive. I think if you look up the Joanne Scribes, angel number 9, I believe that's universal law 9, I think. So that's what happened with that. So then she had these people to come through. And it is what it is. So that's the reason for anybody talking about, why didn't you do the landscape? That's the answer. And I still do hedges and shit. I do all the hedges and shit. Every now and then. It just depends on my schedule or my health. Because even with the hedges, now you're going to be dealing with these people next door. And they new people. So that's going to be some more nigga shit. Alright. Alright, so now let me try to tell you what's going on. So what I said is 2 piles out there. One was my neighbor's pile. And They just assholes. They just be doing a lot of shit. Even with parking a car, certain spots so you can't park there. Just silly shit. But it don't have nothing. It's not based on anything other than them being bitches. To be real with you. And then they want to smile on everybody's face and shit. And that's why, like I said, my sister know what they about. My sister was gonna beat that chick's ass. Then they backtracking in. Then they trying to come over to the crib and acting all friendly and shit. Nigga, people starting to know you ain't about shit. That's why I said all that fake shit. You can't be talking about, oh, I don't care what religion you are. So I'm not bashing Jehovah's Witnesses, but don't be acting like you so holy in that shit and your shit nasty and people know. You nasty, you dirty, and it is what it is. And I hope you don't come up to me about that thing, because I tried talking to you just like I tried talking to this other broad, right? So don't come up to me later on, because I knocked on your door. You didn't want to come to the door. I put the paper in the door. Now you got the paperwork telling you got to separate your shit. You ain't got to ask me no questions. It's your shit, not mine. Why you still talking to me? This is what I don't understand, bro. Just trying to pull you in. And this happens too often that you have to start saying, hell no. Hell no. So, it's all right. Now, let me get to it. So, it's an individual that has a history of being a drama causer. I won't even say drama queen. I won't use gender. A drama causer. No, because I know some men do the same thing. Like that idiot that kept knocking on that door asking me. That's a drama queen. So I'm just going to say a drama causer. And that's all that person ever do. So I'm going to hit this pause real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to say it again. This person has decades and decades and decades of impeccable causing drama. Not just, oh, you're just irritated. No, senora. Decades and decades and decades and decades of causing drama. Even supernatural drama with things that was working perfectly break down as soon as they come around. All kind of crazy shit. All this shit is fact. Don't got nothing to do with anxiety. Fact. Now let me just explain something to you again. Because somehow I always get blamed for shit that don't got nothing to do with me. Let me just explain something to everybody out there listening. If you're cutting grass and somehow something you're cutting flies out of that lawnmower and breaks a car window or whatever it breaks, you can't say, oh, well, his car shouldn't have been there anyway. Oh, well, why is he? You understand? How did he become the result of something coming out of your lawnmower, breaking it? That's like getting into an accident on the highway due to somewhat careless, because you're not aware of what's going on or whatever's going on, but you try to blame the highway or blame something else other than the fact that, because I cut grass a long time, I never damaged anybody's property, ever, that I know. Pretty sure. Ever. I can go on record as saying ever. So, when you are cutting anybody's grass, it's up to you to know your equipment and no shit is flying out of equipment, and don't point it in the direction of anything could damage. And if it means doing things differently, do it differently. Or if it means if you really can't get into an area, then you can't cut it. That's not your fault. But to break some shit and keep it moving, thinking that I hope they don't realize it was me, that's some nigga shit. Now, I used to work to 12 a.m. I was on a late night shift. Came home, all my shit was fine. Went to bed, got up to go to work. And then on the way to work, I finally looked to the right to look out that window like, what the fuck? Still got to go to work and shit. And then, then all the nigga shit started. Oh, how do you know it was that person? I know because I work at night. My car was fine. He was just here in the morning. He the only one that was over there. I know it was him. All the nigga shit started at first. And like I said, you almost like this is a couple of years ago. Like anything from 214 on down, I was near dead anyway. I got my own fucking problems. That's why I said I be staying prayed up. Like enough. I'm nearing death, nigga. Like I don't have time for all this. Stupid shit. Don't got nothing to do with you, but it keep getting pulled in. And it keep happening in this shit. And like, what y'all gotta understand, if I wasn't in that environment all the time, that'd be a difference. And you do, but even when you're working, somebody lie, you get fired. Another time, some of y'all might have heard this, some of y'all may not have. But I was going way out of town to this job. I actually had on a little burger outfit. Because that's how bad I wanted to work. But I couldn't find no jobs nowhere. I actually had on a little burger outfit and shit. Grown ass man. Had on a little burger outfit and shit. So this is how the devil fucked that up. Or you could say it's part of your life journey or whatever you want to say, but it still got fucked up. So the manager, see, I was trying to do how I was trained, but that was a long time ago. But see, how I was trained, you stay cleaning. If you're not prepping food, you stay cleaning. So all I was doing was how I was trained and shit. But then the manager was this white chick. And she didn't have a store yet. They were still fixing her store up. So we were in somebody else's store. But this is how this shit started. So I'm doing my thing. I'm trying to learn or whatever. And so she tells me to come in later. And I'm trying to get paid. That's the reason why I'm working in the first place. So I said, I asked her again, are you sure you want me to come in later? She said, yeah, definitely come in later. So when I came in, she wasn't there. And the other manager said, why are you late? I said, I'm not late. She told me to come in later. No, she didn't. She didn't tell you to come in late. Yes, she did. Okay, so now you want some other shit. So then when she talked to the female said, I didn't tell him to come in late. God knows she's lying. I know she's lying. And again, this was another case. But let me tell you why it became a state issue. Let me get to that point. But the state ruled in my favor again. Because this is all bullshit. Now, so then that was the second day. The third day, when I came to work, neither one of them were there. And I don't know what the fuck to do, but I know I got to do something. So I start asking the guy whose restaurant it is. Because remember, that's not her restaurant. We were just in there training. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And I started making up shit. Just trying to keep a job. Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? He like, yeah. So I'm doing everything, right? And then when she comes in, she just goes off on me. Because she doesn't come in till like about an hour later, hour and a half later or something. And she goes off on me. Keep in mind, I'm still a grown-ass man. I know I got on a little burger outfit. But I'm a grown-ass motherfucking man. Okay? So we not going to have that shit. I don't work my whole fucking life. Just like when my doctor went off on me. I had to tell him, I said, you're talking to me. He was saying shit like, ain't nobody just going to come in here, walk off the street. Now, I said, hold up. I said, you've known me 26 years. He said, I don't care. I said, I've worked my whole life. Ain't nobody coming off no street. Don't say come walking off the street. And that's not the first time somebody said some shit like that to me. A white dude said that shit to me. Now, my doctor's Asian, but a white boss said that to me one day. He said, I can't just hire anybody coming off the street. Why we got to come in off the street? That's racist, bro. Racial, bro. So she went off. That chick went off on me. I said, all I can remember is saying to her, I said, you'll never talk to me like that again. I said some shit like that. So I got accused of all this shit. But it's not my fault you're not there. It's only my third day. I reported to whoever was here. He said you never came up to him. He said he never gave you an okay to do anything. So I'm getting lied on again. So I'm saying these are the type of people you be meeting when you be going in churches and shit. They all talking about Jesus. I mean, like I said, somebody wrecked my car, totaled my car. Last time I had that happen, this is the second time my car got wrecked in like less than 3 or 4 years apart. Head-on collisions and shit. I should be dead. The devil want me dead. That's how you know you serving God. That's why I don't got no time for this fake ass shit. That's how you know you serving God. The devil wants your ass dead. So the first time my car got wrecked, I was still in my angry mode. Because y'all might think I'm angry now, but I'm just voicing what happened. But I ain't take no shorts. I called them people. I let them know we wasn't going to play no telephone games. You were not in control of this situation. I'm in control of this situation. This is what has happened to me. Boom, boom, boom. This is what you're going to do. You're going to do it right now. Boom, boom. And I hung up the phone. I never literally talked to anybody. And they did exactly what I said. And that was 2012. Now, this time, I'm different. This is 2017. I said, okay, I'm not going to do that. I already knew what was going to happen, and I've been doing this my whole life. I said, I'm going to give everybody a chance. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not. So I did. My heart is killing me. Ain't nobody around. My vehicle that I had that I could have got around has been totaled. And I called the guy. I said, listen, I totally understand where you're coming from. I'm not here to argue. But again, as a man, because I know when you say as a man, I'm a man, Gina. Everybody going to laugh at you every time you say that word. Because that's the devil. The devil don't want you to be a man. He wants you fucked up the ass, be some type of feminine type deal. I understand that. So when you say I'm a man, you get laughed at. But I still said it. Because I'm still a fucking man. I'm still a man, bitch. So I still said it. I said as a man, I'm not trying to argue. But as a man, I have to know about my vehicle. Do you have a rental? Because I have to be able to get around and shit. So that motherfucker was like, I'm not going to answer none of them questions. Bad. And that vehicle that's yours, we coming to get it. This is how this dude was talking to me. He was basically saying, we own that vehicle now. In order for us to work with you, we own that vehicle. So we need you to get everything out the vehicle. I said, hold up. First off, I got heart trouble. So I'm not moving nowhere. I said, second off, I don't have a whole lot of money. Ain't nobody I can talk to. I said, I'm not going to be trying to buy no taxi, pay no taxi or nothing. I said, she wrecked my vehicle. What are you talking about? I said, y'all should be providing a rental. He said, well, wait, because of this and because we're not providing a rental and shit. This motherfucker was going off. But I'm the type of nigga, once you press me and give me an ultimatum, I'm going to do the opposite of what you said. I always do that. So then we went to war and shit. So I tried talking to this dude. I said, and this is what I said to him. I said, let me tell you where you made your mistake with me. You think I'm some old pastor in some little hick town. I said, but you don't know. I started saying the names of all the people I know. And I said, all the people I'm going to contact as soon as I hang up that phone. I said, you were given, this was many opportunities. It wasn't like one phone call. We went back and forth. Because I said, I'm going to give these people a chance to do something honorable. But what I did, a lot of those people this was out in Texas. Because see, everybody know you don't fuck with Texas. So I was like, well, that's a challenge. I said, okay. A lot of these people claim to be Christian in this company. I said, first off, you don't fuck with Texas, but Texas right now is fucking with me. So now we going to see you don't fuck with the GAT. Because I be doing this my whole fucking life. That's how I looked. It was a challenge for me. Because he pushed that. I didn't want it. But that's what happens when you try to work with people. He pushed that. So to me, that was a challenge to see what was going to happen. And then, at least that's how I felt then. Now, like I said, my blood pressure is down lower. So I see things differently. But at that particular time, I felt like I was being pushed. And okay, now it's time to push back. Now let's see whose sword is sharpest. Because that's my whole life. That's why I'm alive. Because I fight back. When my father kept hitting me, I started hitting back. That might have been the first time I used a sharp item to let him know, if you touch me again, I'm going to take your fucking life. And I never got touched again. And I protected my mother and my older sister because he was beating the shit out of all of us. So I talk that real shit. I don't talk this punk shit that maybe a lot of y'all are familiar with. But that's why I'm still here. And believe it or not, that's why I'm respected by a lot of powerful people. Because they know I'm not no bitch made. And they know usually when I'm talking, I can back it up and prove it. Because that's what it's going to boil down to. So I did get to meet some of those people. They was Christian. And I'm sure he had a job to do too, but he was just a liar. And that's why I asked him, I said, you a Christian? He said, yeah, I'm a Christian. I said, because remember, this is 20, but that's a long time ago. Even if it seemed like it was only, that's so long ago, like March of 2017 is like 5 years ago to me. I'm so different now. I said to him, do you care about your eternal salvation and shit? He was getting mad. Listen, nigga, my whole life has been this bullshit. You can't take this seriously because you would lose your fucking mind. And what's so bad about it, all these wicked ass motherfuckers that you see in church and shit like that, they built for this. It's sad. And the people that really love God, the righteous people, they go through this hell. We will lose our fucking mind, dog. Because them wicked, it's just the way it is, my nigga. I'm talking real shit. That's why if you read the book of Ecclesiastes, he's telling you the same shit. If you read Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Solomon's telling you the same shit. You got to learn how to function on this planet. Otherwise, you won't make it. You'll end up doing bodily harm to somebody. You'll go crazy. Or some type of shit. Because you ain't going to get a fair one. They're going to lie on you. And no matter what you do, if you could almost be perfect, they still going to find a way to nail your ass to a cross. And that's what Tupac was trying to tell you when he did what he did. That no matter who you are, what you are, these motherfuckers coming for you, especially if you're a male of color. That's just the way it is. Now, you don't have to agree or whatever, but I'm dealing with truth. See, when you can't talk truth, me and you don't talk. It's as simple as that. So I'm just trying to give you a few ways to show how no matter what you do, you're going to be wrong. It's all a setup. And God is doing this. God is here the whole time. But you could say it's part of your life journey or whatever. So anyway, like I said, this person is a proven drama causer. Now they did, now just to go on the record, they have patterns. They have patterns of saying they're sick when nothing's wrong with them. Doctors have said nothing's wrong with them, stuff like that. But it's an attention thing, and it may even be an age thing. I mean, it's happening more now than say it happened before. But it's a little attention thing, and a lot of stuff. But still, life has still got to go on, because at the end of the day, I got to be responsible for me. So it's a situation where one time it was, I need a salad or whatever. Allegedly something was wrong. They told me they needed a salad. And that particular day, I was going out anyway, because I should go to this place and eat. I said, all right, well, they got a real nice salad bar. Like, this is a brand name restaurant. I said, okay, they got a salad bar, no problem. I'll get a salad. Then the person, no, I don't want a salad from there. I want a salad from this place. So it's just crazy shit. Just anything to fuck with you. And you can't get caught up on that all the time. Like, it's so bad that you got to pick and choose. Is this real? Like another time it was, I think I need to go to the emergency room. I said, all right. No, and y'all got to understand how this shit works. This shit demonism. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm already working all fucking day long. Like, just today. If you knew how many people I contacted today, how many applications, all the shit I do. Around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, that's what I'm saying. And this idiot over here got to start blasting music. That's exactly when you get ready to go to sleep. So, I'm up here minding my own business, but now it's like early in the morning. And then when I go down, it's the same thing. Why is this person still up and what's going on now? And this shit go on like it be happening. But it's not happening because it's anything wrong. It's not like nobody's really sick or nothing like that. You got to understand that. You got to understand what's going on. Because what people do, like I said, it could be two people walking down the street. And I remember one time I was in a restaurant, and the person I was with, I'm paying for everything. The person that I'm with just starts talking crazy. I'm not even really talking to the person. I'm trying to eat my food. It's not an argument. It's none of that shit. But she starts talking crazy. All of a sudden, the waitress starts telling me off and shit like that. So you can get fucked up based on nothing, nigga. You know how many times my father beat the shit out of me because my younger sister was lying and saying I did shit that I didn't do? Some of those times he was sitting right there and he knew I didn't do it. He still beat the shit out of me. This is the world we're in. And somebody, well, that's the world you're in. No, it's not. It's the world we're in, because there's a whole lot of black men that ain't coming back from the grave. They got shot because of some bullshit. So that shit is demonism. Call it what it is. I don't care. I don't care who's it on. It's still demonism. It's something evil influencing these people. So I knew that was some bullshit. So I'm like, yeah, we talking. I think an emergency room or whatever. So this is what I said. Because I had to get some sleep. Because something my father said, they'll drive you to an early grave and then they'll cry at the funeral. And that's probably one of the most wisest things somebody said to me. Because it's true. So I said, all right, listen, no problem. I can take you there, but I can't stay. Because I got to get sleep too. I'm not supposed to be sleeping. No, I got to get sleep. I got shit I need to do. Plus, this person has a history of doing this shit. And even doctors have said ain't nothing wrong. So then all of a sudden they start getting themselves together. And then the next day, they never go. They going about their day. You know, there's nothing wrong with them. And then another time, they was always falling. But it ain't what y'all think. They was always falling. So one time they allegedly fell, and again, boom, boom, because they're always on the phone, talking, just sympathy shit. So they're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go to a specialist, and they're gonna have to look at me, and I hope my insurance covers it. So what I did, I came on here online on my channel that I had at that time, and I said, okay, now we're gonna find out if it's real or not. I said, here's the deal: if they're really hurt, they're gonna go to that specialist whether it's covered or not. I said, but if they're not really hurt, once they find out that specialist ain't gonna cover them insurance, I guarantee you ain't gonna hear it no more. Sure enough, once they found out that insurance didn't cover that shit, all of a sudden, there ain't nothing wrong with them. So, what I'm telling y'all is, I got real certified problems. I just had a rush attack to my doctor for insulin. I got all kind of shit that I don't always talk about. I allude to it, but I don't always come out and say, I got certifiable, real documented problems. So it's only so much I can do before I gotta say, I gotta wash my hands clean. I don't care who it is. And this is why Messiah told you, you gotta love him more than other people. Because some of these people are gonna be used to take you down. Joseph was betrayed by his blood, his brothers. Anybody that's not really walking with that spirit, they're not coming to help you. That's why I say anybody thinking you're supposed to stop everything you're doing to address their long-ass emails, address their problems, but they ain't giving shit back, that's a motherfucking energy vampire. That's a damn demon. And plus, let me tell you, because I used to help those people, they don't follow that shit anyway. You know how many times it took me 6 hours of research dreams and all that shit for free? And motherfucker don't even look at it. The same person I'm talking about, as crazy as it is, Brother D used to dream about this person for some strange reason. But he never met her. But he dreamed about her. Until last time I was talking to him by email, he's still talking about it. I was like, yo, brother, why you still talking about that female? Don't you know she fucking turned out? She's fucking females and shit. Why you still talking about her? So, that's what I mean about that demonic stuff, that mystical power and shit. Because it's an enchantment. It's an enchantment. Why are you still talking about somebody you never really met other than you might have seen them on YouTube and you had a dream about them? And you still talking about that person almost 2 or 3 years later, but you've never met them or talk about them. Man, that chick, she don't even consider herself nothing but a lesbo. So as a man of God, talk about somebody that's a woman of God or something. Don't talk. She don't want it. She used to go to church. So that's one of the people came my way, wasting my time. Before that, she was riding somebody else named the 13th son. And then she turned on him. Started talking shit about him. So let me just show you more how this go. Because it may still seem like I'm the mean one. So, okay, so now this person always got these, was always complaining about pains and all that. Alright. So then it's always going to be shit and it's never going to be here. And I started telling that person, listen, make sure you have your supplies ahead of time. So whenever you start to go through whatever, you have supplies here. Because somebody may not always be here. You got to run to the store and shit. Like, ain't no little kids here. Ain't nobody running no errands and shit. Like, you know this shit. Like, listen. Here's all my medication, nigga. You heard? I'm not on that vanity shit. I'm not thinking the whole world just gonna stop. I understand the situation, and I understand how y'all trying to go, but what y'all don't understand, that's what my father did. That's what my fathers did. Alright? I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not no dummy. How can you leave a hospital, the hospital tell you can go home for the holidays, with only 15 minutes with this person, you dead. I know this shit. I don't make this shit up. Ask my brother-in-law, probably he's a nice guy, he wouldn't say it. But ask him his real reasons why he spent some time in a crazy house. Why? I don't make this shit up. It's only so much you could do. And I understand certain things. But I gotta have my time to rest too. I've been up since like 5:40 this morning, handling my business. Some of these motherfuckers don't clean. I'm doing all the fucking cleaning. You understand? When am I gonna get a fucking break? That's why I said some shit you just can't do. So then when I said I just know who I'm dealing with. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this spray. So from now on, I'll buy the spray. So they tried it again. Oh, you know, I'm out of spray and shit. So then I was like, all right, no problem. I got some spray and shit. So then they look at it, but now they got a problem with the spray. They don't like it. You understand? So it's just a mind fuck. It's still spray. I use it sometimes. You got some type of tense muscles or whatever. It works. So what's wrong with the spray? Just like what's wrong with the salad? Why wouldn't you want the salad from a real restaurant salad bar? I'm pretty sure that salad's going to be way better than some fucking department store salad. So it don't have nothing to do with the salad. It's just anything to take you out of your way and fuck with you. Same way I've been trying to tell you all these other people did. It's a demonic spirit. And if you have doctors saying nothing's wrong. I mean, and consistently, I'm telling you at least 3 to 5 times, doctors have said ain't nothing wrong. And not putting the person down. That's why I said I'm not putting people on blast. We all have idiosyncrasies. What I'm trying to teach y'all is how much can a motherfucker do before he got to start saying no. So as I bring this to, and that doesn't mean I won't change my mind. I might still do it. But you have to understand, this is the same person when I was a little kid. I remember my father was begging that person to go to the store because he had heart trouble. And he really needed it, and she wouldn't go. He begged her. That's how you knew he was dying, because he was always trying to be the big man, the proud man, and she literally begged her, and she still wouldn't go and shit. I mean, this is a hell. That's how I know. Like I said, I understand the Hebrew curse, and I know this is hell. You could never tell me this ain't the shit I seen. But I knew I wasn't from planet Earth. Because as soon as I got to this family and saw the crazy shit, I said, man, what type of people attack their own blood? I mean, it's like animals. Animals usually don't even attack their own bloodline, their own family and shit. What the fuck is this shit? But I always knew I wasn't from this dumbass planet, nigga. And motherfuckers mad at me. You need to be mad at yourself. I don't know why the fuck you mad at me. I'm out here on the grind every day trying to help. But I can't help everybody, especially people that show me that no matter what you do. Like, I could go on. That's why I said we would literally be here. We would be here for a good 20 to 25 hours. Because remember, this is 40 years. There's like people, like I said, people don't clean. Won't clean shit. You be cleaning. All of a sudden they got to use the toilet. Or shit on the toilet right after you cleaned it. And won't clean that shit up. And just walk out and shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit I'm talking about real. Say, damn, that shit nasty. That shit trifling. That's what I'm trying to tell you, my nigga. I'm not saying hate a person. But nigga, this come to me all the fucking time. So wait, why you even talking about that? Because nigga, I'm living it. And if it was happening to you all the time, you would talk about it too. Because you'll lose your fucking mind if you don't. Because everybody going to be looking at you the whole fucking time like you the piece of shit. When really, all you doing is trying to do your shit. Work and all that kind of shit. But it's always going to be some type of bullshit. Just like I say. How the hell I didn't cut the grass? Let's just be honest, y'all. Because we can talk about why this and why that. But remember, it's 2 piles. 1 pile is my neighbors. So, and 1 pile is from the dudes, the people that did it over here. So our pile, their pile. But I didn't cut none of that. I didn't put none of that. So how did I get the paperwork? Why don't you get the paperwork to the people to cut it? And no, I'm not going to be walking up to any landscapers. Now, I did call the dude. And I explained the situation to him. I said, listen, boom, boom, boom. Because we know that they know our family. We know their family. They've been doing it for a long time. And I let them dudes know I'm getting too old for this shit too. But as far as that township, if you knew, like one time I carried all this stuff to the curb. And when I carried it to the curb, this is what they said. I forget what their little fucking rule was or something. But they came up with a rule and made me have to carry all that shit back. Now keep in mind, you're doing all this shit with a bad heart. And all that shit I did. All of a sudden, you got to carry that shit back. Another time, the neighbors that used to live next door, they cut all these branches. And instead of taking the branches to the curb, they threw all the branches in our yard. But we didn't know they was there. So it was one day I just happened to be back there taking out some garbage or something. I seen all them branches. And of course the township was like, well, we just picked up all the branches in your neighborhood. We're not coming back. You're responsible for that. I said, I'm not responsible for it because I didn't do it and stuff. I said, this is the neighbor's stuff. So now I'm getting in with them. And see, you have to understand, like one time the township did some shit. And I called them, and I was real mad. And see, when I get like that, it's not a good idea to approach me. I was furious because I got my own problems. I'm sick of this shit. But that's their job. See, I used to work for a township. We had to take everything. Like, whenever it's me, it's got to be done. Everything's got to be done. No, you can't. No, you can't miss a spot. No, 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 no. But when it's somebody else, it's like, fuck it. Who cares? Oh, they can park wherever they want to. So you get sick of hearing that shit. So I called them or whatever. And I was laid out on my bed because I'd already called them and I needed to go to sleep. And they actually came to the door. Now, I need y'all to understand what I'm about to say. You can believe whatever you want to. The only reason why I didn't go to that door, because that's how tired I was. I was not getting back out the bed. But that dude, whoever was knocking on my door, better be glad I couldn't have went to that door because it probably would have been an altercation. Nigga, I just don't come to my fucking door. I'm not scared of you. But you think coming to my door gonna make me scared of you? Fuck you. That's only gonna make me angrier. And then one time I called, and then they had one of their vehicles parked out inside of the crib. Like, it's almost like they're trying to intimidate you and shit. So the same week we had all them trees at them tree branches. They missed our garbage. Call it a satanic coincidence. They missed our garbage or whatever. And they wouldn't come back and get it. And it had already been a holiday. So they already missed it because of the holiday. Then they missed it again, literally. So it was already like a week due. And I'm telling these people, boom, 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 come get the garbage. They like, we ain't coming over there. And I'm threatening them, I'm gonna write so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. And we going back and forth. And but this happened at the same time with them branches. So it kind of looked like they were just saying, fuck him, because he put all them branches out here. So we just gonna make him suffer. So then I had the can on a street, and I was just waiting for that truck. That's when I call it Nimrod. When I get my Nimrod mode, that's the stalker. That's the hunter. I'm just waiting for that nigga to miss that can. Because I know you're going to do it. That's why I said I've seen this shit over and over again. So they come through, and they do miss the can. He definitely misses it because I watched what he did. He definitely missed the can deliberately. However, maybe he forgot. Maybe the devil blinded him. I don't know, but he missed the fucking can. So I jumped on the phone real quick. And I was like, yo, I told y'all, this is going into the second week. I told y'all, y'all got to get this can and shit. And she was like, he didn't miss it. I said, he did miss it. I seen him. So she could, I didn't know they could do this, but she has a dispatcher. So she called that dude. So then he was coming back, and I had that can, and you can roll that can, because I used to work, and I used to work in a township. So I know all about garbage. I used to roll them barrels and shit in my hand. But this is a square barrel, but I had a round one. So I know how to roll barrels and all that shit. I used to be a garbage man. But I'm just furious at what they could just refuse to take when we was forced to take everything. But that's because it was a rich white neighborhood, white and Jewish people. But over here, it's like, fuck you. So that dude was coming down. That dude was coming down the street. He wouldn't even look at me. Like that dude behind the wheel of that truck, he wouldn't, because that's how mad I was. I was just looking for a fight. Not necessarily with him, but nigga, don't say shit to me. Take this shit. Do your job and shit. I had to do mine. We was in blizzards. Listen, y'all. We had a 40 degrees below zero blizzard. And they made us work anyway. And we had to do the whole route. They didn't count, and this is working outdoors. I had icicles all coming off my glasses. I got frostbite in my fingers and my toes to this day. That's why some people see me wearing gloves sometimes. They be like, man, it ain't even that hot. It ain't even that cold, man. Why you got gloves on? I said, man, because I got frostbite hands, bro. So that's why when Martin said, man, it feel great to be white in America, he wasn't lying. So you get sick of all these people. They don't have to do their job, but you have to do yours. And then if anything go down, you always got to prove yourself, but they don't have to prove themselves. So that's why I'm real detail oriented and shit like that. Because I'm just used to ain't nobody going to believe you anyway. They're going to try to find every little thing you do not to represent you. Any small infraction you do, they're going to use that not to represent you. But to other people, they can do whatever the fuck they want. I done seen it too many times. And no, I'm not going to get used to it. That's like somebody beating the shit out of you, telling you, damn, I done beat your ass 30 times. Get used to it, bitch. I done raped you 40 times, bitch. Get used to it. So the shit don't stop. So that's why I said, I know for a fact the person was real sick, whatever. Nobody's not saying they was faking that sickness. I know they was real sick. But I also know this. They had a trip to go on. They still made it to that trip. From that trip, they was down south visiting family. So they did, so that it was either mind over matter, or you could call it whatever you want. I gave you everything I know. You come to your own conclusion. So I knew as soon as I picked that person up, now they holding their neck and all this other shit. So I said, okay, here we go again. So then that's become somewhat of a big deal. And I do know people that caught the flu when it leaves you and then it comes back. But at the same time, and why I get upset, because I tell just like out here, I tell people, make sure you have this, make sure you have that, make sure you have this, and they still won't do it. Like, let me make perfectly clear. It doesn't matter when it happened. It's actually happened a couple of times now. But if you know you fell out on Tuesday, right? You know you fell out on Tuesday because you wasn't eating. Then why the hell are you falling out again on Thursday? If you know you gotta eat. Now some of y'all will be all sympathetic and try to justify. There ain't no justification for that. And if you're saying, well, maybe it's this or that, well, then maybe that's where that person needs to be. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need some type of, I don't know. But my hands are going to be tied. I already told that person. Again, I told him like a man. I already told that person again, listen, any of this not eating and all that, when you fall out, I'm just going to hit 911. Ain't going to be no type of trying to recover you. Ain't going to be no type of trying to see what's going on. They already had a $2,000 bill. They should know, but they already got a $2,000 bill. And they ain't even take them nowhere. They just came here. And it's like it be food here. It's not like well, it wasn't no food. No, none of those cases it was always food here. It's just some shit you'll never understand. So it don't stop. Same person. Now again, I felt sorry for them because they go down south and those people down there do use this person. They use them, but they do make the choice to go down there. There's nothing I can do about that. See, I'm not gonna be getting into other people. Some of these people I've already had beef with because this is all family shit. So I try not to get into arguments with, because some of these people, that's why I don't ever go down south. It's just decades of just bullshit. So I stay out of it. The person want to go, that's on you. So I know they was real tired, but I be real tired too because I'm always working. And you got to understand, if you knew, let me tell you, I worked this job, I worked in an office, and this is my word. Somebody called and I picked up the phone, and the dude said to me, "Are you the only person in that office?" And I said, "Nah, why you say that?" He said, "Because you always pick up the phone. But them people ain't do nothing." Some of the white people would have their feet up on the desk and shit. This is no lie. I'm doing all kind of crazy shit. Working and shit. I remember one time I literally called up a reverend. I said, "Reverend, they trying to kill me and shit." I really said that shit because I had enough. I was like, "Reverend, they trying to kill me and shit." I was like, "Pray for me and shit." So it's not that you a sucker, but you just be trying to keep work. But for every plan you got 5 to 10 coming back from the devil. And you can't be no bitch. It's not that I'm a bitch because I be fighting, but you got to watch how you fight. It's just a lot of stuff. This shit ain't easy. That's why I be saying I can't do that shit no more. No more silly shit. This is all ministry. And like I said, if people don't listen, that's cool. You don't have to listen. This is ministry for people that really understand. I'm trying to show you what it's really like. And some people just be going through stuff. Because some people do be wondering, is it me or is it so-and-so? And they realize it's not you. So that's why I said it's just only so much I can do. And whatever I'm telling you, multiply it by 1,000,000 times, because this is well over 40 years of just crazy ass shit, non-stop. Oh yeah, so we was both tired. I'm tired, they tired. That's a bad combination. But so and that's why I blew up at not blew up, but that's why I said what I said at the at that fucking drive-thru I was in. Cause like I said, I already knew what was gonna happen. Everything I thought was gonna happen did happen. But I kept my mouth shut. And I thought it was finally cool when I put all my paperwork through and I put everything else away and I just sat there and I was like, I felt peaceful. You know, like it's nothing else that could possibly happen. Then that motherfucker said, "I need to see your license." You understand? That's when I was like, "Oh, here we go with this bullshit." And that's when I said to him, why do you need to see my license? It says right here on the paperwork, if it's just a deposit, you don't have to see my license. So he's trying to profile me, but he had been an asshole the whole time. For y'all that didn't hear that video, that's what that was about. He's just a fucking racist at the end of the day. Trying to fuck my day up. He was a fucking racist. So he thought because I'm black, he had a right to ask for my license. But your own paperwork says, under the circumstance, you don't have to ask for my license. Like you're not a fucking cop. Why do I have to show you my license? What the fuck is that about? So that's why. But it was right at that point when I had it was a sigh of relief. Like, thank you, I'm almost out of here. And then that motherfucker said that like somebody just smacking the shit out of you. And that was definitely racial, no matter how you put it, because his own policy of the bank is right on the deposit slip. You don't have to. So that's like you going into a restaurant and they saying, "Hey, don't worry, this is a relaxed environment. No, you don't have to have any shoes. Just don't worry about it." But then when you walk in, they come up to you and say, "Mister, we're gonna have to ask you to leave the restaurant because you don't have any shoes." You say, "But it says it right out the door." "Oh no, don't worry about what that says. I'm telling you, you have to leave." So no, it's either some profiling or some bullshit. But what the fuck? And you can still sue because why the fuck would you say that if it's not? So that's how it was with this person. So I already know what it is. So they was both tired because the people, they going back and forth down south. The people are definitely using them, and they're tired, but they still want to go and stuff. But that's their business. Really ain't got nothing to do with me. So then we're almost at the train station. Once again, right when you get to that sigh of relief of everything, I have some peace, no drama. We're almost there. I just got to make sure I keep my eye on the road and nobody cuts me off like normal and all that. So you're sizing all this up because that's just the way it is. And we're almost there. I would literally say at least halfway there. And then that person goes, oh, I forgot my phone. And I think I drive a little bit more. And they say, oh, I forgot my phone. I guess you're going to have to go back and get it. Man, I flipped out, boy. I read that individual, the riot act, like, oh, no. We're not going to be doing this silly stuff. No way. I did go back, but I let that person know. Because it's going to continue. What you have to understand, if you listen to anytime I'm talking to y'all, all these people be out of pocket. They got spirits on them. They be out of pocket. And it's only till you let them people know. And sometimes they be so obsessed that you got to tell them more than once. And sometimes the shit do get heated. Because these are obsessed people, and that's all they do. That's why I mean, there are really energy vampires. There are really people with spirits on them, and they're trying their best to lock into you. That's like when somebody keeps contacting you after you let them know, boom, 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 and they still contacting you anyway. I still talk to a dude. Me and him went through that whole thing. He still sends shit. But I'm like, I told him, right, well, you send whatever you want. If I look at it, I look at it. If I don't, I don't. Same thing if I send you something, if you don't look at it, cool. That way we ain't even got to debate that no more. So those are energy vampires. And when I say, I'm going to say it again. Ain't no way somebody going to sit there all night long and don't have no problems. Right? But then at the time you're ready to go to bed, now all of a sudden, they out of it talking about some emergency room. All right. And then that's why I said what I said. Just to see did they seriously want to go. All right. No, I ain't got no problem taking you. But if you think I'm sitting that thing waiting, nah. And you don't say that they ain't got to go. And they went on with their life. The next day, no problems, no complications, no nada. And they see this shit all the time. I've also seen that person carry their suitcases and everything. I'm talking them. Of course, I carried them to wherever, but I'm talking about getting on a bus or something. Carrying their suit on a boat or whatever. With they got pain or whatever, but somehow they were able to brave the pain to go on that cruise to the islands or some shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of shit is mind over matter, and sometimes it is what it is. But again, I'm anybody out there listening, if you have an inclination, always be sick, then why don't you make sure you keep your supplies so that when you get sick, you're not putting yourself in a situation where somebody might not be able to go, or they just sick of hearing your ass talking. Because that way I would never, and that's why I get mad, because it's just too much laziness. And that's why I said my sisters did for the same reason. Just laying on the couch, don't want to do shit, don't want to do nothing. Doctors say don't want to do nothing, don't want to do no type of exercise, don't want to do shit. But let somebody say some shit about a restaurant or shopping or whatever. Let's go out and have a few drinks or some shit. Then all of a sudden they able to get up. Whatever they going through, they able to man up, woman up and get up, and now they can do it. But anything else is like, fuck it, let the next person get it. And I used to say, I see why they be calling people niggas and shit. And I said, couch monkeys. Because sometimes that's all them two would do. Is just sit on the couch, drinking, and yelling at the TV all night long. So it's only so much you can do. And it's sad. And I'm always going to be wrong. But sometimes I just got to be wrong. I remember when my brother-in-law first started dating my younger sister. And they used to gossip, but you know how women are. So they used to say he was gay. And he was like, why would she be gay? Why would she be dating me if she thinks I'm gay and shit? And then me and him used to say, I be that. Whatever they would say about us, we go, I be that. In other words, we don't give a fuck what you talking about. We go, I be that. Because I remember the person I heard say it was Redman. But when I see my brother-in-law, he used to say it too. I don't know where he got it from, but I got it from Redman. That's the first person I said. He said, I be that. Like, fuck you. I don't care what you say. So that's why I said, now let me go backwards, because some of y'all that heard the whole thing, now maybe you get it. So as soon as I came downstairs, here come the shit. First, this green paper's waiting for me from the township, talking some shit that really don't got nothing to do with me. You should give that paper to whoever put the shit there. That don't got nothing to do with me. But if you want me to handle it, I will. But I'm going to let this dude know. And it's better you tell them, otherwise they're going to keep doing it. But I already told them. That's why I said all this shit is nigga shit. I already told the dude before. In the township, 1 minute they take it, next minute they don't take it. They should have never took it the first time. Because now you sending out different messages. And I'm not getting caught up in all this shit. And then as far as them other two over there, like to me personally, they two bros from hell. That house is their house is haunted. And I'm not the only one to know that, because somebody else seen it. But this haunted because you got spirits and you don't want to do nothing with it because you don't think nothing's wrong with you. That's what I keep saying. This is the problem. They think, or you think, whoever, they think it's somebody else. See, I pray every day for deliverance. I'm good at the end of the day. I teach. I'm a teacher. That's why when people hear me, they think, oh, wow, he's stressed out. Oh, no, I love my life, motherfucker. I'm happy. And let me tell you why I'm happy. Because I haven't had to be a part of this bullshit. I'm glad I ain't had to go nowhere, nigga. Not that I wasn't trying, but at the end of the day, I'm glad. Because it's too much crazy shit. You could be at your station, doing your job, and somebody cannot be at their station, coming to you, and you'll get in trouble. Like, why don't you talk to that person? They're not at their station. Like, I never seen such crazy ass shit. And it's so crazy that it's funny, though. And like I said, all truth, trying to pull, this is what I'm saying, trying to pull me into shit. Like somebody said, why ain't you do it then? Why ain't you? I just told you why, my nigga. But you ain't hear none of that though. So that's why Tupac was saying fuck y'all and fuck the world, spitting on everybody and putting their fingers up. Then they say, well, that's his problem. He's real immature. No, he tried to be mature. Y'all the motherfuckers that's immature and shit. Y'all liars. Y'all talk about Jesus or whatever you believe, but that shit fake. Because when you're given an opportunity to prove it, you going fucking fake. It's just fake shit, nigga. And that's why I said, so no, I can't be everywhere. I'm sorry, I can't do everything. And I know who I'm dealing with. And I keep telling you paperwork. If you got doctors telling you ain't nothing wrong with you, certified. Now, not saying something might not happen, but that's everybody. But what I'm trying to tell you, when you sick, you should be sick. But if you got 10 or 15 or 20 times of faking it, that's a boy, the girl, that cried wolf. So that one time it's really real, maybe people would have had a different response. Because otherwise it's going to be here on this bullshit again. I feel like I'm watching Fred Sanford and shit. It's like the motherfucker, he freeloading shit. And every time he get ready to leave, he fall out and all kind of fake shit so he ain't got to leave and shit. And now me, like I said, I've been trying my best to get my politic on. It's just been this and that and this and that. But that's why I was mad, because I was up here early this morning doing that. Talked to a couple of cats on the phone and shit. A couple of email correspondence. So I'm doing my due, you know what I'm saying? But damn, how am I going to do my due if every time? Let me end with one last time. But this happened all the time. If you knew how many times her and when my older sister was alive, they always move on blizzards. See, this be some witch shit. Like you dealing with witches and shit. Because they be moving. Everything just be fucked up. Like every time they make a move, it got to be a blizzard. Like it got to be the worst blizzard day in the world. And that's when they want to make a move somewhere. Like I don't be on no blizzard. Why the fuck I want to be in some blizzard fucking with this shit? You tell them, don't come home. You ain't going to be able to make it. It's a blizzard. They coming home anyway. And neither one's retired. And the other one ain't working. So there ain't no reason for them to come home in no fucking blizzard. But they're going to try to come home anyway. And they make it all the way home, but guess what? They can't get home. So now they a mile up the street. This is some crazy. This sounds like some shit you see on Martin. This is they a mile up the street in a hotel. All that driving from down south to get home when I told you it's a fucking blizzard. You gonna make it home anyway, and you still don't make it home because it's a fucking blizzard. And as soon as they do make it home, they come in complaining. Now you've been out by yourself shoveling all this fucking snow, and the moment they pull up, they complaining and shit. And then your neighbors looking at you. Like, yeah, you should have had a space. You should have a space open for them. It's only me, motherfucker. You see how much snow is out here? How the fuck? So that's how it's gonna be. But after a while, you just gotta accept it. That's just how it is. Fuck them, fuck them, and fuck anybody else talking at that point. And so you can't do everything. No matter how they twist it on you or whatever's going, you can't do everything. I really will have a heart attack. You really will have a problem and shit. You'll go crazy. And so at another time, now let me tell y'all this. It's a blizzard. Person want to come home. They already gave you a warning about the trains, everything. It's a blizzard. My cousin is like her son. She raised my cousin. He used to live here. So that's like a son to her. He told her don't do it. I told her don't do it. She gonna do it anyway. So now she's trapped on a train. And a train ride that normally takes about 7 or so hours. She's on it for like literally days. She's literally on that train for days because that's how hard it is. To get through the weather and stuff. So I'm waiting. I got my phone next to me. I'm sleeping and I got an interview to go on. It's all scheduled and everything. And that this interview is way out of town, and that's another nightmare, but I'll leave that alone. So anyway, I don't hear from her, nothing like that. So now I'm getting ready to go on my interview. The moment I'm getting ready to go on the interview, that's when the phone rings. Oh. And she'll bogart. Like, she can be really pushy. She'll just bogart. She's like, because she always does that shit. Yeah, well, I'm here now. I guess you can come pick me up. I said, no, I really can't pick you up because I have a job interview. Like, I waited all night with the phone and shit, which means I didn't really sleep that good either. Had the phone, never called. I'm saying, you know, you made it this far. You can find your way home because I can't do it. Oh, well, I think you could pick me up and you'll still make the job. Like, nah, you can't be going on no job interview first day late and shit. What's she talking about? So this shit go on all the time. Now, don't get me wrong on a lot of this. Like, I know metaphysics and I know why it's going on. Because like I said, my job is ministry. It's always been. That's why you keep hearing me say 30 years, 40 years. This is where God wants me. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Don't nobody work harder than me. Nigga, I will be CEO. If this shit was some real shit and not no fake-ass demonized matrix and shit, I'd be like CEO running this shit. That's why I got a lot of respect for that motherfucker. That dude called Stare. Because that one man, that shit he does by himself is unbelievable. But he just got too many fucked up ways and shit. And maybe that's why. Maybe because he's always doing a ministry or always doing some type of pastoral ministry that he don't take a lot of time to be with God. Maybe that's why he messes up. Because he obviously has a love for God because he wouldn't be doing everything he does. But unfortunately, he's on a borderline of being satanic with the shit he carries out. But I still respect that. I'm not a hater. I'm never going to take the good a person does. See, I'm not like from planet Earth. I'm not with this bullshit. This shit's all about politics, who you fucking, whether it's up the ass or whatever. This is some bullshit punk shit. That's why ain't no real niggas ever going to make it on this planet. Jesus Christ nailed to the cross. Tupac Shakur, he had to get up out of here. And he was cursing the whole time. Because he saw how fucked up this shit was. Ain't no real nigga going to make it out this motherfucker. Poor Dolo. We ain't heard from Dolo since he had that issue with Pharaoh. But I know he got plans, though. Ain't no real dude gonna make it on this planet. Don't got nothing to do with being mature. Don't got nothing to do with being no man. If you a real dude, I can say that to Jesus. Oh, Jesus, if you had just been a little bit more mature. Because that's what Peter said in Matthew chapter 16. If you just calm down, nobody will want to kill you. And then that's when he cursed Peter out. Said, get behind me, Satan. If you're not ready to die at this cross like I am, we don't got nothing to talk about. So I stay prayed up. I don't want it to sound all negative, but see, once you do all that and then you go positive, they're not going to hit a positive anyway. That's why I don't never do it. But I'm going to say I stay prayed up. I pray over everybody. My family, no. That's why my sister, let me tell you about my younger sister, because my younger sister knows she fucked up. Because I used to always be in Virginia. Driving, I would drive most of the way because my Aunt Deuce is just lazy. Always been. I mean, she'll go out. Don't get me wrong. She'll go out that door and save the world. She's impeccable. She'll go out that house and she'll kill herself going out that door saving the world. But then herself, she don't take care of. And that's why she needs a personal. That's what I be trying to tell people, but I got people that don't want to hear that part. And it's nothing like if you lose your mother. Like anybody out there, if you lost your mother, if you could go back in times and get her back, you would do it, I bet. But I already know that. And I know that when I was little, I was specifically told by God to watch her. And I've done that systematically. When my father was beating the crap out of her, I had to become a man faster to protect her. So it is what it is. I know my family. I know what's up. That's why everybody in the family still know me. Even though we don't always party together, we not always hanging out. So I stay prayed up over everybody. But you can't do something for everybody, especially when they have a history of just really doing stuff to just get attention. And a lot of women do that. That's a vanity thing. But you can't do everything because you'll be dead. Like my father said, they'll be crying at my funeral. And they were crying at his funeral. But I was there when they was driving him crazy. But at the same time, he handled it wrong. See, I handled it right. See, the difference between my father was a brutal, violent beast when he got mad. But he really did care. He was a nice guy. And they really ran over top of, Whereas me, I know not to go violent, because you go violent, your ass gonna be locked up. But see, I could cut myself off. And that's why I keep trying to tell I could cut motherfuckers off. Because I'm telling you, like 20 years ago or 25 years ago, if I could have left, I would have left. These niggas would have never seen me. I may have came back once in a while, but that's why God kept me close. Because now I've learned about God, mercy. Everybody has idiosyncrasies, shit like that. I've learned that. But I also learned it's only so much you can do. And if you already flooded over with other people's bullshit, you don't need to be taking on nobody else's bullshit, especially when they won't give shit back to you. So that's why that policy had to stop with a fervor. So that's why I say we have to stayed up. But and even when a person, then they asked for some Tylenol or something. So I didn't have no Tylenol, but I said we got spray, but they don't want the spray. Now they'll run their spray out. But like I'm trying to tell y'all, if the spray takes the pain away, why do you have a problem with it? You understand? Just anything to make a motherfucker go crazy. Now you say salad. Now most people listening, especially females, would you rather want a salad from a restaurant, like a world famous restaurant, nice commercials and everything? Or would you want some the department store or some grocery store salad? Most of them would say the restaurant. Hands down. Most of them. You always going to have some people say, no, I like my grocery store. They make some real good salads. So I'd rather go to my grocery store. Some of them might. But of course, this one's going to say the other one, because then you got to go way out of your way, way out of town, or whatever the fuck you doing. For some shit, they only going to eat some of them and leave the rest of it in the fucking refrigerator. And it's all going to go bad anyway. And because you are a man of God, guarantee some shit pop off. Because you just heard me say recently, when they came out of nowhere with this box. Because you take this box out, but the box is filled up with shit. So it's not just take a box outside. Now you got to unload everything in the box. And I get set up. I get set up while I'm out there. If you know how many times that be. Where you're somewhere where you wouldn't be, but you're there because of this person and some other shit pop off. So that's why I said you got to know this shit. And when you know how to pray and know this shit, again, you're not responsible for everybody to a full degree. And it's only so much you can do. Now, their job is to turn it up and lie. Oh, well, you're this and that, and you shouldn't be saying that anyway because of this and that and that. But that ain't really got nothing to do with nothing. I still need my space. I still need my time. I need time to do what I did today. Now, early this morning, that's why even if you go on my channels yesterday, I was busy. I didn't do nothing on my channels yesterday. I did a job yesterday. And then when I got up early this morning, first I had to go get food because we out of food. I had to go get food. And then I went right out on all these different websites. Applications on the phone, talking to people, everything. So I stay busy. So once it comes to wind down time, I want to wind down. I don't want to hear no more shit. I don't want to see nobody handing me no paperwork that don't really have nothing to do with me. Because if anybody out there is honest, again, whoever did that, that's where the paperwork should go to them. And hopefully, I left him a message and explained the situation to him, and hopefully he'll take care of it. Because we had told him that before. And then as far as them not coming to the door, I don't give a fuck about them. Don't get me wrong, they'll always be neighbors. I'll always know them. But it's just like family. Like, you're a fucking asshole. I don't have to know you. I don't have to see you. That's how I felt about Chucky. The best thing Chucky did was he went out of his way to call me. Because I was through with that nigga. I was like, fuck that nigga. Nigga, I had your back since we was little. But every time it come time for you to do something, you always on some punk shit. Fuck you. And that nigga, somehow he knew. I never said it to him. But somehow he knew. He went out of his way to see me this time. It was Easter. So inside, his inside, that's why I said a lot of people know inside. See, inside is your righteous side. Inside, believe it or not, is your righteous side. But you hide it because you're in third dimension. And what you are, you're in, the person running this planet is a motherfucking devil. You can tell by your entertainment. You can tell by your news. You can tell by how people phony as fuck. They want to go to church and say Jesus. But when they get out of church, they're usually doing what the fuck they want to do. So you're dealing with people under demonic influence. Because a real person loving Jesus is going to die just like Jesus did. A real person loving Jesus is going to love righteousness more than their own self. We're not going to be selling sex 1 minute and talking about Jesus out our mouth. Because where I come from, the shit, you should be smacked in your fucking face. Because you shouldn't be saying Jesus if you're selling sex. They don't go together. I'm sorry, y'all. Bottom line. Sex is something, fornication, all that shit is hellbound. Just like the Bible says. So you're either going to confess what the Bible say, or you're not. Or you can keep on making up excuses. So I can't fuck with people like that. We don't need to talk. So that's it. So that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to draw the line and you just got to pray for people. Because that's all I can tell people. Like me personally, I don't know what's going on down south that they got to go back down there again. But if you that sick, you really don't need to be down south. Bottom line. In fact, let me tell you what really happened. Because they just got back from a cruise. And then they went down south after the cruise. They was sick then. And that was the first time. That's when I knew they was really sick. Because they said, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that cruise. And this is what I said. I said, oh, don't worry. You probably be able to make it. I said, because what you have, it may get better by the end of the week. So you may be able to make it. So then they fell asleep and they talked to my brother-in-law. And my brother-in-law gave him some encouragement. And then they came back and then they said, okay, I think I'm going to try to make that cruise. But they did make it. And they ain't have no problems on the cruise. And then they went down south. They ain't have no problem down south. But as soon as I pick them up, now they in the car holding their neck and all this shit. So I said, here we go with this shit again. So now they want to go back to Virginia. So that's how I honestly feel. If you feel that bad. And when I be getting mad because I be telling them when I go to the store. But they don't never want to do it when I go to the store. It always got to be after you already went and all that shit. But this shit been going on. So like any nigga out there might know what I'm talking about. This is usually the dudes. Because I was over this dude's house. This is a long time ago. I'm just trying to think how much I want to tell y'all. It's a famous DJ. That's why I paused. I don't know how much I want to tell you. That's why I paused. This dude's name, he was J-Rob, but he was a famous DJ, but he's from my neighborhood. We went to school together. We was over his house one day. Now, we in the middle of a band rehearsal. His house is full of musicians and stuff. And his mother was like, I need you to go to the store or whatever. And I'm just doing an old lady voice, but she wasn't old, but I'm just making fun of something. Like an old lady's voice. I need you to go to the store or whatever. So he was like, now keep in mind, she had all day she could have sent him to the store. So he was like, well, now I got band rehearsal. I got all these people here. Man, that lady went off. I was dying laughing. She went off like them old black movies and shit. Like when the old black people. She said, she put that dude through a big ass guilt trip. I asked you to do one thing and I said, man, it's all mothers like that. I was saying to myself, I said, there's all mothers like that and shit. Because I would be home all day, chilling, when I was a little kid. The moment I get ready to go out that door, I need you, could you go to the store and shit? Be like, what the fuck is this shit? Then I said, there's all mothers like that? And then I remember one time, because whenever I get happy, the devil always take that joy away. As soon as I get happy and shit. So like I said, as soon as I said, it's over. It's nothing else he can do. It's over. I mean, you didn't have a pen, so now I got to ring the bell to tell you whatever. Then you're going to be mad at me for ringing the bell. So now you're talking to me like garbage when I didn't do nothing to you. But I'm gonna buy that because I know we're on a racist ass planet and your ass is about to burn in hell, and I don't need to get mad at you. I'm okay. I'll make sure I fill out everything correctly so he can't say I felt it out wrong. Okay. Okay, now I'm giving it back to him, and I'll be out of here. That's when I did a sigh of relief, like, good, it's over with. Then that motherfucker said, I need to see your license. Oh, man, all hell broke loose inside of me, like, you motherfucking racist son of a bitch. And that was it. Because he was an asshole for the moment I pulled up there. And he never said thank you. He never said good morning. When he gave me back the shit, he never said, here you go, or thank you, nothing. And this is the motherfucking branch manager. How the hell? But when it's a black guy, it's okay. And that's why I even knew. Like, I just knew. Because when she came back or whatever. Because when she gets sick, she eats soup. So when I went shopping, I made sure I got the soup for her and everything. Because I knew she was going to come back with some more sick shit. Like, you just know because you go through this all the time. I just knew she wasn't going to come back and be, oh, I'm all better and shit. Here come the shit. Here come the melodrama again. But that's all, like I said, when I study astrology, that's a Imom Coeli. That's mind-inducing your subconscious mind. And that's the whole Sigmund Freud and shit. All this shit, and it's all biblical. It's all in the Bible and shit like that. So my advice is, like I said, you try to help out as much as you can. But at the end of the day, it's only so much you can do. Now, when you get to the point where you know you got to eat, and you don't eat, and you fall out, and then they come and revive you or whatever, and then 2 days later, you fall out again because you didn't eat. Now, y'all could say it's something else, but I'm telling you, nah, I seen this shit a long ass time. It's just anything for drama. Because she's still going all over the world. Like I said, I'll see. I know when, because I see she fades in and fades out sometimes, but I know the difference. I know when she's clear and concise, and then other moments when she's not. But sometimes it's just she needed to get rest because she's always going. And she's been that way ever since I knew her. But like I said, I'm always there, but it's only so much I can do. But the devil's job is to try to come in and make it seem like, oh, you know, you should have did this, you should have did that, or blah, blah, blah. But he's just lying, just starting trouble. Like I said, reason why I'm so successful in court, because once you get somewhere where they're looking at the facts and documents and paperwork, people can't lie no more. And that's why when people fuck with me, once they realize I'm going to take you into a situation where all this is going to be documented, then they don't know what to do. Like I said, nobody wanted to hold the picture of the female until the camera came on. Then when the camera came on, I said, yeah, I wanted y'all to see my friend, but nobody here will hold the picture. Then they all got up. Oh, I'll hold it. No, y'all niggas ain't want to hold the camera. Y'all ain't want to hold the picture before. So niggas is going to be niggas. People is phony and fake. It's not really a whole lot of real niggas out there. For any real nigga out there, if there's anyone listening, God bless you. You are a rare species. But fuck these motherfuckers, just like Pac said. They can't fuck with us, so they gotta lie on you, try to set you up, just like Pac said. Fuck them. But at the same time, there's only so much you can do. You have to have your space too. And I'm up early cleaning, I'm up doing all kind of shit. And motherfucker don't never do really no cleaning. Maybe once in a while they might move something a little bit, but they really don't do a whole lot. But they have nothing but endless energy for bullshit, and it's always been that way, my nigga. So that's why I said it's easy to, and that's why a lot of times people just don't talk about it because they're not honest like me. But that's why a lot of people leave and they don't give a fuck. Like their parent don't be in an old folks home, they don't care. But there's reasons for it, they just don't talk about it. And I'm not saying I will put mine in a home. I'm just telling you I understand why it happens. I'm not saying I agree with that because it's still your parent. Like even my father, I would always have my father's back no matter what he did. Plus I know how crazy these females are. I was there, I seen all shit. They drove that man crazy. They tried to drive me crazy, but like my brother-in-law told me, Gary, you learned from your father. You learned from your father. I said, you damn right I did. These motherfuckers ain't driving me crazy. But at the end of the day, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand metaphysics. I understand yin and yang. Like for every angel, there's got to be a devil. It's just the way it is. And and even the devil do good things. They even call the devil Lucifer, the light bearer. Well, if you're a devil, why is he bearing light? So you got to understand the metaphysics of life as well. But what you mainly got to do is make sure you take care of yourself so that you ain't in nobody's emergency room and shit like that. Because I don't have health insurance. I don't have none of that shit. So that's why I'm trying to get my shit better established. But I can't do that if I keep dealing with any energy vampires. So that's what this video was about. Basically telling you how it really go down and how you can deal with it. I'm out.